And it's football time here tonight in Clyde. It's Nesky Bay Conference, Lake Division. And I tell you what, these two teams always play a role in what's going to happen, Mike Martin. And we expect the same thing to happen here tonight.
Yeah, I'm, like Brad said, it's perfect weather down there right now for a football game, and you can't ask for anything more. The field turf, it's showing its age a little bit, but obviously it's not going to be any kind of detriment to the footing. So I think that these two teams they're ready to go. Clyde's getting their little pregame activity where they jump into the pile, and Columbian, they look like they got some pretty good size coming on the field here, John. We'll have to go down to Brad and size them up a little bit.
All right, let's go down to Brad Bannister, brought to you by Fremont Frickers. Brad.
Oh, well, again, like you guys said, wonderful night. Wind kicks up here and there. It's not consistent, but probably 10 to 15 miles per hour. It's about 65 degrees down here. Tiffin does look extremely big as they come onto the sideline. You have some resourceful Clyde people that are kind of making their way around the exterior of this, trying to find a view to the game. You can smell the campfires out back brewing. An interesting note, too, OHSAA is here tonight monitoring how they're handling the social distancing and everything. So hopefully the players, the fans tonight are on their best behavior.
Well, we want things to be good. We want the season to finish, and we'd like to see them at least, if anything, expanded to get more fans in here. There's enough facility here. I mean, everybody that hears knows somebody. They're all sitting together.
Yeah.
So there's enough room for some distancing. As the players get on the field, Clyde tonight in their yellow gold helmets, yellow slacks with white stripes and blue stripes down the side. They're wearing the blue jerseys tonight with the yellow pants and the yellow gold numerals trimmed in white. Columbian will be in their all-road whites. The sleeves of their jerseys, just up in the shoulder part, is in that dark navy stripes down the sides, and their gold helmets. And again, it will be Clyde receiving the ball. Columbian won the toss, and they'll be kicking off, and the Clyde offense is going to get their first look at the Columbian defense. So right away, the Flyers will get that offense on the field, Mike.
Yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see if Coach Carter opens it up a little bit with that first series, or if he just kind of plays it, a little cautiously. Michael Daniels, because Michael Daniels has been having a good year right now, and maybe just kind of see what happens. But, I'm kind of interested to see how Columbian's going to attack this, if they're just going to stay back and just kind of have a little bit of read with their linebackers, or if they're going to be sending people, put some pressure on Jaden Cook.
Clyde's two speedy receivers, Will Lozier and Griffin Nuffs, will be back to receive the kick. And we're about underway here tonight. Glad you're with us. John Cullen along with Mike Martin and Brad Bannister bringing you the action here tonight. And now right now showing like they want to go ahead and do a little bit of, they'll spread the line out now. Just a little show of maybe a onside kick, but they're getting ready. Judd Lutz has got this team rolling in Tiffin. There's a kickoff. It's end over end. It's wide, and it's going to go out of bounds.
No, it's going to be a touchback.
Oh,
he didn't throw the flag.
It came awful close to that pylon.
It must have went right on over top of the pylon the way it looked.
All right, Clyde first and 10 at the 20. Coach Brad Bannister, sponsored by Frickers, is our eyes and ears on the field, and trust me, he hears everything down there, so we expect he'll be on his game tonight.
I'll tell you one thing, for a game of this magnitude, it is still very quiet in the stadium.
All right, Clyde will be moving left to right as you hear it on your radio dial. Glad you're with us tonight. Again, for Clyde, Jaden Cook, the junior, is at quarterback. He's got two receivers to the far side. Here comes Lozier in motion. And they're going to fake it to Lozier. Cook looking to throw. He's looking. He's got to get rid of it. He dumps it out here. And a nice touch pass. And they're going to say no. Oh, Coach Carter already. He had to tell you what, that was a good catch by Robbie Greenslade, the tight end. The official said he bobbled it. Coach Carter said good catch. And, well, they're going to call it incomplete.
Yeah, Trey Reeves was covering him, and Robbie got behind him a little bit, and I'll tell you what, that was a nice touch pass by Cook, getting chased.
Well, he had two guys right in his face, too.
Yeah.
Second down and 10. We'll let Mike size up the defense for Tiffin after this call. Looks like they're running a little bit of a 4-2, 4-3, dropping the linebacker off on the right side. Right, Cook looks like he's back to throw. Two receivers to the far side. Another hand off to Daniels. He's going to get hit the line of scrimmage, and he'll maybe get a yard. Quick hitter off left guard. Maybe pick up a 1. It'll be 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, Cyrus Burden was right there to make that tackle. But right now, like I was kind of wondering what was going to happen, Columbian is sending linebackers. His linebackers coming right up on the line. They're daring Clyde to throw the ball. I'm not sure exactly why they would do that when Clyde's thrown for 452 yards this year, but they're bringing those linebackers right up tight.
Well, we're looking at this matchup over here. This cornerback, number 3, L.J. Reed's pretty tall. So maybe they're matching up size-wise, Mike, on the receivers. 3 receivers to the far side for Clyde. Cook looking for the ball. He's back. He's going to fake. He's going to go over here, throw a bubble screen to the right side. Going to be caught by Lozier. He puts his head down. He spins and turns. Gets across the 25 to about the 26, and it will be 4th down with that little possession bubble screen. Good call by Clyde. Lozier able to pick up about 5, but it'll be 4th down and 4, and Clyde will be in to punt.
Yeah, Braden Tucker did a real nice job just following that around and able to run Lozier down and make that tackle.
So Clemens should get good field possession. Their guys are back at the 35, Brad.
He is kicking into a very slight breeze.
And that's a low snap, but he kicks it. It's high, end over end. No, it's going to be a floater. Caught on the run at the 40, the 45, and here they go. Down the right side, a nice return by Columbian, and getting hit and dropped at the Clyde 27. What a nice return by Braden Ragau. Ragau is the backup quarterback. Well, you can see he's got some speed, Mike. He hit the sideline quickly. Great field position. Columbian's going to get 1st and 10 at the Clyde 26.
That was quarterback to quarterback. Jaden Cook's the one that made that stop.
Oh, he is. All right. So he did his job.
He did his job after punting the ball. He's a safety man, and if he would not have been there, that'd have been 6 on the board for Columbian.
For Ragau, he caught it on the fly, in motion, head of steam. Well, here we go. Let's see what's going to happen. Their quarterback is going to be Braden Ragau, the freshman. He's got 2 backs to each side, now 1 in motion to the right side. He's looking to throw quickly. He's going to throw across the middle, almost intercepted. Nice defensive play on the backside by Dylan Overmeyer. He read it, jumped the route, almost picked that off.
Yeah, Dylan did a nice job of just reading that. He saw the slant route coming towards him, so he kind of stayed right in his zone, was able to get a hand on it and knock that ball down.
Keyshawn Jackson is one of the running backs, and he's got some wheels. 1 receiver to the far side, that's Vascow. Now 2 receivers to the other side, Simcoe out there. And they're going to hand off this time, cutting the right side and getting some yardage across to the 20. Again, is Jackson on that carry. He went off right guard between tackle, and they're going to spot him right down at the 20-yard line. So it'll be 3rd down and 4.
Robbie Greenslade, nice job of sliding down the line from the defensive end spot to make that tackle.
And they're going to hand off again out to the right side, trying to turn the corner. They're going to get the corner and more. He's going to hurdle a player and get knocked out of bounds.
That time not so good on the side, on the perimeter. They were able to push that side down, that whole side of the defensive line down, and get that corner free. And that's nice stalk block on Brady Wilson out there to spring that for a big 1st down.
Right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 at the 12. Hand up again in the middle. This time getting a few more yards on, picking up to about the 6 off left tackle. It's going to be Jackson. Keyshawn Jackson, he's got some wheels, and he's going to have it down to about, where are they going to spot it, Mike? It looks about on the 8-yard line. Pick up a 4. It looks like they want to go up tempo, and then they stop it out. We had heard that if they can get to the perimeter, they can do well. Well, Jackson right now is showing some pretty good speed. He's on the left side now, the quarterback. Ragau, he's back to throw. He's looking. He's got time. Throws across the middle, in and out of the hands of the intended receiver. Should have been a score. Vascow dropped it, and I think on coverage for Clyde was Jaden Johnson.
Yeah, Jaden Johnson was there. As a matter of fact, Jaden Johnson took a swipe at the ball and missed it. And maybe that, was enough deterrent in order for that pass to be incomplete. But he's got to hit that ball if he's going to go for it.
3rd down and 7 at the 8. Big play for Columbian. They fake it. They do a delay. Coming in and get hit back down. Not so much. And the Flyers come through and sack them. Great defensive stand for Clyde.
Walker Britt, and one of the big names that we called a lot last year, coming in and just pushing his offensive lineman back and just making a great defensive stop.
Loss of 4 will be 4th and 11, and they're going to attempt a field goal. And let's see who's going to kick it for us. We can get a number. They quickly got to get somebody on the field.
82, John.
All right, thanks so much.
Xavier Coppice.
So let's see if Coppice can convert. The ball's at the 20. He kicks it high end over end, and it is no good. So that 30-yard field goal is off to the left. And the Flyers dodge a pretty big bullet on that first defensive play. No score here with 8:44 to go.
Yeah, with them having great field position on a big punt return and, having a couple nice runs, but just kind of getting shut down by that defensive line of Clyde with Walker Britt and Dylan Overmeyer making a couple big plays. That gives Clyde a little bit of life right here. See what they can do with the ball.
Well, the Flyers dodged the bullet, and they got to see a little bit of what that offense does. So the coaches can make adjustments. They're going to spot the ball at the 20. I didn't think they were going to leave it at the 11. So good adjustment by the officials. All right, 1st and 10, Clyde moving left to right. 2 receivers on the near side, 1 on the far side. Going back is Cook. He's going to hand off to Daniels. He puts his head down, keeps his feet moving, and he will get about 4 up to almost a 25-yard line. Nice pickup of almost 5.
Yeah, nice job by the Clyde offensive line. Jackson Harris had to come up from a defensive back spot to make that stop.
2 receivers on the far side, 1 in the near, and Clyde's got into the ball game now Caden Berger at the wing position. Here to the near side is the receiver. Hand up the middle. Daniels head down. Keeps his feet moving, gets across, and we'll get the first down. Little power run. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, that time, Daniels said, hey, listen, I think we can make this happen. Get the first down.
That's exactly what he's doing. Clyde offensive line giving him just enough room to get through there, to build up a little bit of steam, so that way they have to work to get him down.
Ball spot at the 31. So Clyde, they get the first down in the ball game. Get the juices flowing. Let's see how they handle this Tiffin Columbian defense. They've got speed on Tiffin. They always do. Here comes Berger in motion, and he gets somebody to jump. They're going to say Clyde jumped. Defense came flying as Berger went in motion, and it will be against Clyde.
One thing that Columbian's defense is doing, they're bringing their linebackers up into the line, and then they're sending them back. They're dropping back.
Right.
And one of the two are usually going to come when they're coming from the outside, though, when they come up to the line.
Double wing set for Clyde. Single set back. Here it comes again. Berger in motion. Now he'll come back. Single receiver for Clyde is Brady Wilson off to the left. Jaden Cook under center. 1st and 15. He's going to hand off to Daniels. He's in the middle, and he gets stacked up. He'll pick up maybe 2. They'll bring him up to the 20, between the 27 and 28. We'll just say a gain of 1. Make it 2nd down. And the 13, we have a flag on the field.
Yeah, one thing about that play, John, Columbian brought everybody on the inside.
Personal foul against Columbian. So Clyde's going to be the benefactor of that personal foul, and that gives that offense a little more breathing room. We didn't see what it was. Brad, do you have any idea what that call was about?
Robbie Greenslade was toward the press box side. I'm over on Tiffin's side, and he and another player from Tiffin were kind of scrambling, and they threw it against Tiffin.
All right. Generally, the last player gets caught.
It's going to be interesting if Columbian continues to do that, bring all their linebackers up and send everybody in. That's where a nice little screen over the top would be a big play.
Or send the fullback back behind that seam, maybe, if you have time. Berger in motion. He goes back. Cook looking. He's going to hand off to Daniels. Boy, they read Daniels that time, and he got nothing. Maybe loss of 1. They're flooding that Clyde running game right now, Mike. Clyde's going to maybe have to look at some misdirection because they are really pursuing ball side.
They're bringing everybody, John. It's like I said earlier, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with their defenses, but they're sending everybody. Brody Conley was right there.
Oh, there's a high snap, and Cook's looking for it. Cook is going to have to get it, and hopefully he does. And let's see. Well, I tell you what, that was like a hot potato out there, high snap. Cook was looking at the pass. He did hang on to it. Big loss. Now Clyde's got 3rd and about 17 at the 33. Boy, I tell you what, they have taken a couple big steps backwards.
Yeah, he's lucky he got that back because, again, that Columbian defense is coming.
Yeah, they're mixing everybody up, and right now the Clyde offensive coordinators are going to have to learn how to adjust. 6:39 to go, no score.
Obviously back in his zone right now.
Yep. Comes a man in motion. Cook obviously is going to throw. Does he have time? He rolls out of the pocket. He rolls. He's going to take off and run. There goes Cook. Cook slides down. And he does exactly what his coach told him to. Hit the ground, my friend. He gets up to the 49 on that scramble and makes it 4th and about 3. That's one thing that Jaden Cook can do. And I tell you what, I can guarantee he was thinking about making a cut to the center of the field, but Coach Carter advised him many times, you're our quarterback, you got to slide.
Yeah, Cyrus Burden had a bead right on him, and if he wouldn't have slid down, I think that would have been a serious collision.
Clyde's going for it on 4th down. Here comes a man in motion, and that is going to be Overmeyer. Overmeyer in there right now. Boy, they got all 11 in the box, don't they? 5:39, there's going to be a timeout. We'll take it's a delayed game. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a timeout here. No score, 5:39 to go. We'll be back after this on 92.1 The Wolf.
Hi, I'm Tony Camilleri, CEO of the Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to again sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1, The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Whether it's for the community we live in or guiding people with the biggest financial decisions of their lives, we believe in people helping people. If you live, work, worship, volunteer, or attend school in Sandusky, Ottawa, and parts of Seneca and Wood counties, you're eligible to join us. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Visit us at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required. Federally insured by NCUA.
Give your home the makeover it deserves at Fremont Floor Covering. Their knowledgeable staff can show you the many floor covering options available. Carpet, vinyl, waterproof flooring, laminate, hardwood, and ceramic tile. Fremont Floor Covering has over 150 carpet and vinyl remnants to choose from. Schedule for a quality professional installation or do it yourself. Quality floor covering at affordable prices since 1997. 12 months, same as cash available. Fremont Floor Covering near the corner of North Front and State Street.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
As we get back to action, Clyde, boy, they get the punt off just barely, but they get it down all the way to the 8-yard line. 3 receivers set. Here comes Columbian. They're looking to throw. They're looking to throw deep. It's going to be incomplete. Great defensive play by Johnson. The receiver was open, Brody Conley, but Johnson came back and played it perfect.
Yeah, that time he got his hand on the ball, was able to knock it down. So I'm sure he got a nice talk to by Coach Wilson, the defensive secondary coach, that, hey, if you're going to go for that ball, you better get it.
All right, so that was a 43-yard punt. Back to throw again. They're going to go to the outside, and it's overthrown. So Columbian quickly tries to get some quick hitters that go outside to Maddox Simcoe. That pass incomplete.
Yeah, that was
kind of interested, Mike, in that.
Yeah, and, they had the blocking downfield, but, a pass like that, you don't want your receiver jumping up in the air and trying to turn around to get it. Now, that's when you want to hit him in stride, and that was way over his head.
All right, so let's see what they're going to do now. And Columbian with the ball. Keyshawn Jackson, the one you got to keep an eye on. And he's right next. They're looking. He's going to take off and run. The quarterback, he's going to get dropped at about the 6. So the Clyde defense stiffens. A little suspect play call. Let's go down to Brad Bannister on the sideline. Brad, were you surprised that Columbian wanted to throw 2 times quickly down there?
Yeah, he took a quick drop, and give Clyde's defensive backs and linebackers credit. They covered everything that was out there and gave him really no option to have to run. But I agree. I thought, like you said, John, he may give it to Jackson that was on his left side.
So they got a punt out of the end zone, deep in the end zone. Maybe Clyde will get good field position. There's a low snap. He does get it, and it's high. And it's going to be a fair catch for Clyde at the 34-yard line. So the Flyers get good field position. That catch, a fair catch by Griffin Nuffs. And let's see now what adjustments, Mike. Both teams have seen each other a couple times now. Now they're okay. What are we going to do to counter? And let's see what's going to happen. It's been a good tight ball game. 4:40 to go here in the first quarter. No score so far in this one, and we kind of expect it to be like this.
Yeah, and in this situation, a lot of times what Clyde will do, they'll take a shot down the field when they get good field position on a turnover, and we'll see if they go with that. Maybe Brady Wilson out to this side wide.
Two receivers to the far side. Here comes Berger in motion. He'll go back. Daniels to the right. They fake to Daniels. Looking, Cook, looking. He's got to turn the corner, and he's just going to go out of bounds. Gets a little push, and he's going to lose some yardage on that one. They had two defenders back there covering the one receiver, so he had nowhere to go.
No, and that's what they were going to do. They were going to take that shot downfield, but Cyrus Burden, who was in hot pursuit of Jaden Cook, and he would not have had any time to set his feet and throw that ball. That would have been one of those you got to throw on the run.
The one thing Cook has is he's got elusive speed. So as he's rolling, Mike, you can see he's pretty confident that, I'm going to turn this or I'm not going to get caught. We'll see what happens. And the official giving us a signal, I'm not quite sure what he is. So they move it to the different hash. Cook back by himself. Three receivers to the far side, one to the near side, and one running back is, again, Michael Daniels, 6 foot, 192-pound junior. 4:34 and counting. Jaden Cook back. Looking for the snap. There it is. He's back to throw. Here comes a guy in a blitz. He's in trouble. He throws it away. He throws it out the left side. It's going to be caught. Oh, what a catch. I tell you what, let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, one, how to get it away, and two, how did he get it in the hands of Griffin Nuff?
I tell you, Griffin Nuff was down here with number 21 for Clyde. They were both running in a very similar pattern, and somehow he snuck it right in there. It was a great catch, great pass.
Down to the 27. So now Clyde's got 3rd and 1. They're going to spot it. They're going to say at the first down's at the 35. So we'll see. They give to Daniels. Daniels head down. Well, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. I don't think he got it. They're going to spot him just at the 20. You can see it, Mike, is on the 25, 26.
Yeah, they got about, I'd say,
length
of a football. Yep. That time again, Columbian, they are coming with everybody inside. Yeah. That line is just, they're firing across, and the linebackers are following them right through.
Cook under center.
Oh, and they got
and they move.
Yeah, we got Michael Daniels getting a little anxious.
He did, and that's going to put him back to the 31. So at the 31-yard line, will they still go for it? They're not in a position of kicking a field goal. They're into the wind. Boy, that's too bad, because it looked to me like Cook moved too, both of them. All right, so 4th down. They're going to say 6. Ball's at the 30. And so, Jaden Cook back in the pistol. Here comes Berger in motion to the left side. Daniels next to him. He's looking to throw. He's rolling out to the right again. He's going to throw it out here. It's going to be caught, and it's going to be for a first down. Oh, to the 17-yard line. Brady Wilson with the catch and spins back. He knew where the first down was. 1st and 10, Clyde.
Yeah, he did a nice job. Great pattern by Brady Wilson. Cyrus Burton was on him. Brady Wilson put his foot in the ground to the outside, cut back to the inside. Big catch.
Here comes Clyde quick to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll stop. They spot the ball at the 18. That was a huge first down.
Yes, it was. It was after that penalty.
Now you can see maybe why Jaden Cook is highly rated passer. He knows where to put the ball. All right, so here comes a man in motion, left to right. Two receivers to the far left. He's looking to throw. He's looking that way. He's looking down in the corner. It's up in the air, and it is caught. Oh, in and out of his hands right in front of you, Brad Bannister.
Oh, Cook put it in the great spot right over the shoulder of Griffin Knopf, and Griffin Knopf got behind the defense. If anything, I would say he just didn't get enough on that one.
Did he have the ball and lose it when he hit the ground? He
had it, and then he kind of put it on his shoulder, and then when he hit the ground, that's when it came out, John.
All right, so actually Griffin Nuff comes back to get the ball and throws it over to the ball boy. Just doing double duty.
Me, and I didn't know, am I supposed to touch it? Am I not
supposed to touch it? I mean, I don't even know. No, the officials can't touch it, so I would say that's poison to you, Brad.
It's official timeout right now.
So Dr. Fauci would be...
Dr. Fauci would not be happy right now with you, Brad. 3:16 to go, no score. Clyde has a second down and 10 at the 18. And don't think for a minute that they're not thinking field goal, Mike, if they have to.
Yeah, Coach Carter he's questioning whether that was a catch. But the officials are saying, no, it was not a catch. And Coach Carter, please go back to the sideline.
You notice how all the Clyde players are keeping equal distance from each other?
They got the little cone set up.
Very well behaved. Dr. Fauci would be happy. All right, so here we go. Two receivers to the far side. Brady Wilson to the near side. Jaden Cook trying to get some points for his team. Looks for the snap. Gives to Daniels. Daniels has a little bit of a hole. Keeps his feet moving. But I tell you what, the linebackers from Columbian are doing well. He really doesn't get much, if anything. It's going to be 3rd down and 10 at the 18.
Yeah, Seth Bellow did a nice job of just coming back and making that play when Daniels tried to cut it back in.
Yeah, they've got Daniels' number so far tonight. The Clyde offensive line really having a hard time blocking 6 at a time. All right, they move into the slot. Daniels to the left. 2 receivers to the left. Cook looking. He's got a quick one. It's caught by Wilson. Wilson's at the 5. Keeps his feet going. Wilson in the end zone. Touchdown! Oh, Brady Wilson. What a move after the catch, Mike. Touchdown, Clyde.
Yeah, that was a great job. But I'll tell you who else did a great job was Will Lozier. Will Lozier took his defensive man in away from Brady Wilson to open that up. And that just created a nice seam there. But like you said, Wilson had to run somebody over.
Oh.
It kind of reminds me of what his dad used to do back in the day.
Absolutely. All right, so on for the extra point is Holman. Spotted at the 10. And there's a kick, and it is up, and it is no good. So the extra point is no good. But our score in our in-game scoreboard is Clyde 6 and Columbian nothing. Now, just to remind everybody that because of that touchdown, the $100 is being given and donated to Fueling the Cure thanks to Sunrise Cooperative. Fueling the Cure is a campaign for food-based research at The Ohio State University for those afflicted with cancer. For more information, log on to fuelingthecure.org. So the kicker, in that case, Holman, just didn't quite get it. And the first miss of the year for her.
Yeah, and that's, sooner or later it's going to happen to all kickers. Yep. And, I have a feeling that she's going to get a few more opportunities this evening to try that again.
Boy, what an effort. I tell you what, did you see that catch by Wilson? Tell you what, that's brought to you by Eye Centers Northwest Ohio. See 2020 and 2020 with customized eye care plan, Eye Centers of Northwestern Ohio. That's a great effort, perfect pass. And Clyde winning now 6-0. Here's the kickoff. It's just going to be a squibber. It's going to be, oh boy, caught up field quickly and brought all the way to the 43. So that didn't squib.
No.
And I think for, let's see who it was that got that one. I thought it was number 42. It might have been Kason Hatley, the senior. He got it, and he returned it about 3 or 4 yards. And right now, it'll be 1st and 10 they're going to spot it at the 44-yard line. Columbian's got some good field position here now. Yeah,
one of the two things you want to do if you're going to squib it like that, you want it to hit the ground or you want to kick it a lot harder so it bounces off of them, not right to where you can catch it.
All right, back in is Braden Rogau, the freshman. He's got the dangerous Jackson to his left. Look for Jackson to get his hands on the ball here in this town. And they're looking for him. No, they're throwing across the middle. It's going to be, are they going to catch it or not?
Oh, they're giving it to him.
No.
Yep. There they are. The back judge says it was a catch. So,
well, it's hard to see, but the back judge didn't have a view because the ball came from this side.
Hey, John, there's a Logan Beeston, sophomore, in right now at quarterback for Columbian.
So Beeston's in now. Okay. So Beeston takes over. One to each side. Hand off to Jackson. Jackson trying to get to the outside. And he gets slammed backwards. He had nowhere to go. It's like a mouse escaping a trap. And he got slanted back for a loss back to the Clyde 43.
Yeah, Logan Holmler made that play happen. He didn't make the tackle, but he just kept everything right in front of him. He bottled him up until the other defenders came and made the play.
So Beeston, the sophomore, in a quarterback. Now they're going to send Jackson out in the pattern. They're going to throw across the middle. Incomplete. That was intended for Maddox Simcoe.
Yeah, that was a little bit wide to the right. Andrew Bauer had coverage on that, but a little bit better pass, and that could have been a completed ball.
3rd and 12. Boy, if I'm Columbian, I'm getting the ball in the hands of number 2.
To the outside.
Absolutely. Little flare pass out that way. 2 receivers to each side. Beeston back. He's looking to throw. He's looking. He steps up in the pocket. He's got to throw across the middle, and it will be caught. And catching that right in the middle of the zone. They're going to spot him. Oh, I tell you what, it's going to be 4th down. They're going to spot him between the 31 and 32.
That's a tough spot right there.
4th down.
I thought it might be helmet to helmet.
4th down and 1.
Yeah, Andrew Bauer came up solid on that, and it looked like he was at the 30-yard line.
They got to give it to Jackson here. Beeston, the quarterback. He's got the snap. He's looking to throw. He's going to pump fake. He's going in the end zone. He's got a guy open, but it's going to be incomplete. And Clyde will get it over on downs. That's a gutsy call. Did the little shoulder fake to try and get the defender to come up.
Brady Wilson did a nice job of covering that. Just staying right on the receiver, forced him to the sideline. And Braxton threw that to the outside, which had been out of bounds anyway.
Beeston. Yeah, that doesn't work that often. He didn't sell it good enough, let's put it that way.
No, not when you got 4th and short and you've got a one-man pattern. And Brady Wilson did a nice job just sticking on his man, not falling for it.
Minute 19 to go here. Clyde with the ball on their own 31. 6-0, our in-game scoreboard brought to you by Fremont Athletic Supply. Jaden Cook under center. In motion is Berger. So Clyde wants to run. They'll get some more bodies up there. Here comes Daniels. And Daniels gets undercut, but not until he gets to the 36. A pickup of 5.
L.J. Reeves coming up, hitting him low and not wrapping up. That's one time where, you might be able to see Daniels bounce off of that.
Yeah. Well, you see what Clyde did. They're just bringing more in. All right, now Fremont Ross up 14-6 in the first quarter of play. A couple scores in the first quarter for the Little Giants on Eagle 99. Right here, Clyde is up 6-0. 47 seconds to go. Been a real chess match here in this first quarter, Mike. 2 of the better teams in the SBC. Again, here comes Berger, motion showing the same setting. They're going to go the same way. Here comes Daniels. He forwards to the outside. He spins, and he gets dropped at about the 39, a pickup of 3, and it'll be 3rd down and short. 25 seconds to go, and let's see if Coach Carter will let this go through the end of the quarter. My guess is he will. He's giving them the look. Hey, just wait. We're going to do it. All right, it's the end of this first quarter of play. Your in-game scoreboard brought to you by Fremont Athletic. It is Clyde 6, Tiffin nothing. We'll be back with quarter number 2. You're listening to Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football on 92.1 The Wolf, part of the BAS Sports Network.
Frickers has just what you want, everyday values. Monday, boneless frickin' chicken wings. Tuesday, traditional frickin' chicken wings. Wednesday, steak day at Frickers. Thursday, frickin' chicken chunks. Whether it's dine-in, carry-out, delivery, or order online at frickers.com. Everyday values are available at only one place. Dine-in, carry-out, delivery, and new at Frickers. Order online at frickers.com.
Hi, this is Jen from Sunrise Cooperative. Since 2009, we have been a proud supporter of Fueling the Cure. The Fueling the Cure initiative is for research at The Ohio State University to help find experimental medicines and foods to benefit people afflicted with cancer. Without our customers, this initiative would not exist. And thanks to customers like you, we have donated over $1.4 million. Every propane delivery is another dollar donated to the cause. Fueling the Cure with Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
And after one quarter, it's Clyde 6, Columbian nothing. Clyde with the ball moving right to left now, as you hear it here tonight at their own 39-yard line. It's 3rd down, we'll say 2. Jaden Cook, the quarterback. Daniels to his right. He's looking to throw. He's going to quick it out here. And it's going to be intercepted, and it will be a touchdown. And going pick 6.
L.J. Reeves.
He read it, and he went the distance. Let's go down to Brad Bannister.
Yeah, John, the intended receiver, I don't think knew the ball was coming, and Reeves saw it. It was thrown behind the intended receiver. He just cut right in front of that and took off. A couple scores, John, to update. Perkins up 7-0 over Bellevue, and Norwalk and Sandusky tied 0-0 in the second quarter.
Right, thanks so much. So Columbia with a chance to take the lead here. Boy, that pick 6, that was a handoff into heaven. Here we go. There's a low snap. The kick is up, and the kick is blocked by Clyde. We'll keep it right here, 11:50 to go. We are tied at 6.
You know, John, one thing I have to say about Jaden Cook, that was his first interception of the season. And, goes for a pick 6, but Reeves read that perfectly. I mean, he read it perfectly. He kind of played off and played back a little bit, and since the ball was a little bit behind the receiver, he was able to just step right in that, and he was full speed when he caught that ball headed to the end zone.
Now let's see how the Clyde offense responds, and also this Tiffin defense. So Tiffin scores, and turnovers mean everything, guys, in big games like this.
You know, one thing about turnovers, John, and we've said this a number of times, is that you can get a turnover, but you got to capitalize on that turnover.
Yeah.
You got to get points. You got to flip that field position. At that time, obviously, the pick 6 that put points on the board for Columbian. It's going to be interesting to see if they continue to put that pressure on Cook and keep sending their linebackers, or maybe they step back a little bit and start playing a little more zone.
All right, so they're kind of forcing Clyde's hand a little bit, and good coaching on the side of Tiffin.
I'm going to be interested to see how Jaden Cook, his first true adversity, how he responds to this. This will say a lot.
Absolutely. And if anybody here has, okay, we'll forget that for right now. All right, let's get the kickoff and see what's going to happen. Here's the kickoff. It's going to be high end over end. Boy, right near the sideline. Fielded at the 8 to the 10 to the 15 to the 20. Lozier to 25 to 30 down the sideline to the almost a 40-yard line. He gets across the 40, spins, and he brings it down to the 43. Will Lozier did a tightrope down the right side. 1st and 10, and we have a penalty back at the 25.
That's usually not a good thing for the Clyde Fliers, and you got a penalty back there. And it's not. It's a hold against the Flyers.
What a job by Lozier. That's a great return. But it will go for naught. And we will see where Clyde's going to get the ball. They're going to spot it at the 15. So, boy, that penalty cost them a good 25 yards.
Oh, yeah. That's a rough thing where, when you get that holding penalty behind where the end of the run is, they take it from where it's spotted the foul and eliminates all those big yards that Lozier got.
All right, so Clyde's got it 1st and 10 at their 15. 11:41 to go in the half. We are tied at 6. Both these teams matching up well. Clyde with 3 receivers to the near side by us. Cook, 1 to the far side tight. Cook back to throw. He's stopping. He's looking. He's got a sideline pattern, and it looked like a little bit defensive hold here on this side. Oh, and the official says no way. But I tell you, right about the 30, it looked like it was Braden Tucker, wrapped up around Griffin Nuffs that time, but they call it no good. And so they'll be 2nd down and 15 for the Flyers.
Well, one thing that Cook did well is he got rid of that ball quickly because they're coming. They are still coming. They are not pulling off the dogs at all. They're sending those linebackers hard after Cook.
Daniels to the right side. Here comes Lozier in motion. Jaden Cook back to throw. He's in trouble. He's getting flushed out. We've got a penalty right about the 9-yard line. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. They blitzed him, and they're going to say holding Clyde.
Yeah, it looked like Walker Britt grabbed the jersey of a defensive lineman from Tiffin, and I don't know if they're going to take it. Do they push him back?
No, you decline that.
They'll decline that for
Absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely.
Now, that's one thing I'm telling you guys. Columbian, they're sending everybody. They are not just having their linemen stymie at the line of scrimmage and allow the linebackers to come. They're just sending everybody across that line.
Yep.
Those 5 to 10 yard slants over the middle should work pretty well for Clyde, you would think.
You would definitely think so.
you got to be able to see over them. Okay, so now Clyde's got it. A third down and a good 20 at the, 5-yard line? Maybe 25. Here comes a man in motion. Cook looking. He's going to hand up at the middle. Daniels going to get to the outside, keeps his feet moving, and he'll get up to, about the 11-yard line. So it'll be fourth down. They'll be forced to punt. Boy, I tell you what. Near disaster for the Clyde offense, and right now the Clyde offense has to regroup, Mike.
Yeah, they definitely do, and on that sack, it looked like Jaden Cook was getting up a little bit slow. So let's hope that, there's no ill effects from him getting taken down hard on that big loss in the sack.
All right, so Cook will be back in his end zone to punt. We've got a couple of Tiffin Columbian tornadoes right at the 50. Cook is going to launch it high. It's going to be fielded and dropped. Trying to pick it up, and he finally does pick it up at the 35-yard line. Great field position switch as Cook got it to the 40 and then fumbled to the 35. So that was a good 40, 50-some-yard punt by Cook.
Well, I guess that answers the question if he had any ill effects from that sack. I think he's all good.
A lot of time left in this first half of play, boy. We've had a lot of scenario here early, haven't we? All right, 1st and 10. Columbian with the ball. Two receivers on the near side. I can't see who's at quarterback right now because they're slanted. And there's a fumbled snap, and they're going to get it, and they're going to get it for a loss. That time Jackson could not pick it up, and he's going to get knocked and sacked back to the 32, a loss of 3.
Yeah, Dylan Overmeyer, Johnny on the spot right there to be able to make that play. He was lucky that ball bounced right back up into his hands, because if not, Overmeyer would have been right there to get that recovery.
So the freshman back in, Braden Rogow. And Rogow's got two receivers on the far side, one to the near side, one in the wing. And obviously Jackson next to him. He's looking. He's going to hand off to Jackson. Jackson gets through the top, but he'll get dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Another good defensive play by the Flyers. He'll be for no gain. And it still will be third down, and we'll call it 13 at the 32. 9:38 to go. We are tied at 6. Our in-game scoreboard brought to you by Fremont Athletic Supply. Don't forget that this ball game, the winner's going to come out of here with a little bit of steam in the SBC. Little wheel route, they're going deep, and it's going to be intercepted. Oh, what an interception. And he's going to say no. How can they make that call?
Well, John, that was one. He dove. I mean, he dove. His shoulder must have came down out of bounds because he was up in the air when he caught that ball. What a great job by Brady Wilson. Being able just to hang on to it when he hit the ground.
That was an unbelievable effort. Brad Bannister was on the other side, so I'm sure he couldn't see that.
But I did see the fact, John, that he was completely horizontal on that catch.
Absolutely. So they're back to punt now. Clyde's going to get the ball back again. There's a high step. It's over his head. He's going to be chased down. He's going to try and punt it. He better not. And he punts it to the... He punts it to the 18-yard line. Oh, my goodness. I tell you what, everything that could happen has happened so far tonight.
That was probably one of the ugliest things that could have happened to Columbian right there. And not only did it go over his head and he tried to pick it up, instead of just falling on it or running it, he had a little bit of room to the left. He tries to kick it. And when he tried to kick it, he had a defender right on him, hanging on him, so he wasn't going to get a piece of the ball. That was probably about a 4-yard punt max.
Yeah, well, from where he was standing.
Yeah. That's a negative. That's going negative in yardage.
All right, so the Flyers, 1st and 10 in the red zone. And that is Fremont Florida covering, who sponsors the red zone at the 19. Here comes Daniels. He's got to head his team up the middle of the field, breaks across the 15, down to the 13. He'll pick up 5.
It seems from down here, John, the best that chances Mike Daniels has of getting yards is when he just gets off a tackle a little bit.
Right, yeah. All right, 2nd down. They'll say 2nd down and 4, 8:50 to go. Clyde with Tiffin Columbian knotted up at 6. Boy, I tell you what, talk about drama in a game. We have seen everything. Cook gets the snap. Hands off to Daniels. He gets around the corner. He gets past one defender. And let's see, Brad Bannister, down by you. Did he get the first down?
It looks like they're stopping the clock and moving the chains.
All right, so it should be 1st and 10 Clyde. And be 1st and goal at the 8. 1st and goal at the 8. 6-6. Boy, these teams are equally matched, and we've just seen about everything. Cook looking for the ball. Hands up the middle. Daniels, boy, he got packed hard. Nowhere to go. Maybe a yard to the 7. Maybe. All right, it'll be 2nd down and goal at the 7. 8:21 and counting.
Yes, Sawyer Herdlick was able to come up and make that stop, and I tell you what, he was coming hard across that line of scrimmage to make a good hit.
Well, our game next week, we're back here. Clyde Sandusky comes in to take on the Flyers next week.
These defensive backs, I'm watching real close here, are so physical with Clyde's receivers.
Letting that bump and run happen. Here comes Nuffs in motion. Looking to lob into the end zone. And Wilson is going to be...
Oh, it's picked off, but we got a flag, and I think it's going to be a little bit handsy on the defensive back.
So they went up. They both went for it. What's going to be the call?
Should be defensive, absolutely.
Defensive.
He had his hands. He was pushing on Wilson.
Wilson went to the inside, and he pushed on Wilson. So Clyde's going to get that call. It should make it 1st and goal, right?
Yeah, it should. And, you know, that's pretty much how he was able to pick that off, kind of push Wilson away from the ball so that he could go up and
then
get
Wilson jumped on it and grabbed it, and they both hit the ground. All right, here we go. Should be 1st and goal. They're going to spot it at the 3. All right, mano a mano here, my friends.
Actually, John, it's 2nd down.
Oh, so they're going to call it 2nd down. All right, 2nd down on the 4. Now the scoreboard says 1st down at the 4. And they're going to enter around to Daniels. Oh, what a collision.
Dylan Overmeyer.
Brad Bannister. I could hear that up here.
He put that shoulder down and ran him over, John.
That was Ethan Winnick, who is a defensive lineman, 6'2", 219 pounds.
And here we go. What do we have?
And looks like it's going to be short.
So what does that make it? 2nd down? It was 2nd down and 1?
No, the marker's 4th down, John.
Yeah, the scoreboard says 3rd. No,
it's 4th down.
So the scoreboard's wrong. Cook is going to hand it off, and
he's not going to get it.
He didn't get it. Oh my gosh, what a stand!
Not going to get it.
My goodness.
What a great job by Kane Mears coming up, 6'1", 226 pounds, just denying him.
And what do we have right here?
The scoreboard's incorrect, John.
Yeah, scoreboard's incorrect, so maybe they might want to check the operator error there. All right, so they held him. And they're going to have the ball at the 1-yard line. 7 minutes to go. Your in-game scoreboard, we're tied at 6. Columbia keeps Clyde out of the end zone. Go ahead, Brad.
So on that pass interference call, it's not an automatic 1st down.
No.
I thought it was, but evidently it wasn't. So they went half the distance.
The scoreboard operator thought it was, though.
But they went half the distance. Is that why they got
Yes.
Okay, so Columbian. Who's that quarterback now, Brad? Can you see which one's in there?
Play clock is down to 4.
Looks like the freshman.
All right. He's going to keep it himself, and they get nowhere to go.
He keeps it out of the end zone.
John, they went Wildcat with no quarterback under center.
All right.
Here he comes.
Brody Conley, that is on the carry.
So that's still at the 1. 2nd down and 10 at the 1.
You know, this is when it becomes dangerous when you're in shotgun all the time. You don't go under center.
Yeah.
Now you're snapping that ball back 4 yards into the end zone. You get any pressure.
So Rogal's at quarterback. He's got Stewart next to him. He's got one in the slot, and he's looking to throw. He's going to throw deep down the right side. It's going to be incomplete. And they're going to call Johnson for interference.
Oh, that's rough. I mean,
Johnson
he might have had his hand Brad, I don't know. I'm sure you're right there. You can, if he had his hand on him.
You know, the only thing I could see, he didn't look back for the ball. Not sure if that's necessary in high school, though.
He did when the ball arrived. Right, it seems simultaneous to me, but either way, go ahead.
I think the receiver was trying to come back towards the ball, and then he wouldn't allow that to happen because he was turned away. Is that what you saw, Mike?
Yeah, pretty much. He could not. He was impeding his path to the ball.
All right, so they're going to put that at the 10. So it'll be 1st and 10, Columbian at their own 10. 6:19 to go. Well, they got a break right there.
16-yard line.
16-yard line. They're going to hand off to Stewart. He's going to run up to the left side. He's going to turn the corner, and he does not get it. He gets lost for 2. So Jackson, he's going to be brought back to about the 13. Well, maybe Clyde's adjusted a little bit on that perimeter.
Yeah, I tell you, Logan Holmler did a great job of just running that down. And Remington Norman came across, and between the two of them, nice loss.
Right, so 2nd down and 14. Ball's on the 12. They've got to get to about just past the 25. Real Gall quarterback. He's back to throw. He's looking. He's going to go down the right side again, and it's going to be caught. I tell you what, that was just pure height right there. They went to L.J. Reeves, and he was just taller and was able to snatch that away and gets that 1st down pass to the 39.
Yeah, Jaden Johnson had his hands up, but, caught that ball at its highest point.
He did. That was a great catch by Reeves. 5:33, here comes Columbian. They're going to hand off again. Here we go, and it's going to be for no gain. So they have figured out Jackson a little bit, but I tell you what, it's been the passing game that they've not passed much this year. That's working for Columbian right now.
Yeah, that defensive line for Clyde is doing a nice job of just kind of not letting anybody get past through up that middle, and Remington Norman, nice job right there getting off his block and making a play.
Here we go. Play action. Across the middle, wide open. And there's a catch, pitch, and it's going to be a 1st down.
But, John, for a team that came in here with only 292 yards passing, they're showing that they have an arsenal that they can get that ball down the field quickly.
Well, they draw the defense up, and they're doing what we thought Clyde would do against Columbian. They're doing the very same thing. So 1st and 10 for Columbian at the Clyde 35. 5:48 going. Here we go. It's going to be a keeper off to the left side, and it'll be for no gain. So the Flyers trying to keep this Columbian team back. Boy, Clyde had 3 cracks at it. Just inside the 5, could not get across. And here comes Columbian trying to answer. We are tied at 6.
Walker Britt had to come off the field. His helmet popped off, so he's on the sideline for a play.
We're going to have a timeout. And we'll take a timeout. 4:21 to go. Tied at 6. Columbian on the move. We'll be back after this.
Crown Battery, locally owned and operated, is pleased to support tonight's teams and takes this time to wish them luck for a successful season. The staff at Crown Battery recognizes the importance of teamwork both in and out of the classroom. That is why everyone at Crown Battery is a proud sponsor of not only tonight's broadcast, but a proud sponsor and contributor to our community, its athletic programs, and its educational infrastructure. Good luck and thank you from all the staff at Crown Battery, supplying you power since 1926.
Mom?
Yeah?
Remember how you asked me to give the dog a bath?
Yeah?
Well, he sort of got loose.
Oh, okay, honey.
There's water all over the new floors upstairs.
Hey, it happens.
Waterproof, mud-proof floors. From hardwood looks to stone and tile, they have it all. Lodich & Sons Flooring America, where friends send friends. And right now, get up to $1,000 off or enjoy no-interest financing during the Spill-Proof Flooring Sale. Save big on waterproof carpet and hard surface flooring. Lodich & Sons Flooring America, 702 Stone Street in Fremont.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 The Wolf. 92-1 The Wolf, WOHF.
Back to action. There's another long pass, almost intercepted. That time Johnson had great coverage on L.J. Reeves. You can only go to the well so many times, Mike, before somebody's going to figure it out. So it's going to be an incomplete pass. That'll make it 3rd down and 11 at the Clyde 36-yard line.
Perkins 14, Bellevue 8 in the 2nd quarter.
Wow.
Norwalk 7, Sandusky 0 in the 2nd quarter.
Okay. And right here, we're tied at 6. Man in motion. They're looking. There's going to be a screen play to the other side. There's a block on the back, and it will be for naught as they will get the receiver and holding to a gain to about the 30. Boy, I saw flat out pushing the back out there.
Well,
it'll be 4th down now.
It's not a penalty if the officials don't see it.
That's true. 3:51 to go. Big 4th down play for Columbian. We are tied at 6. And the amount of fans that are here, they're all getting to share their pleasure. And there's a timeout. We'll keep it right here. Timeout by Columbian.
Yeah, they know it's a big down as well. And, this is something that the way the defense is playing Columbian right now, I think a quick slant across the middle might be able to get them to that 1st down. As Clyde's playing off, they're giving them about 4 yards off. And, just allowing them to get that 4 yards if that's what Columbian's going to go with.
Boy, Clyde hasn't really shot linebackers at all tonight.
No, they have not. And one thing that, when you've got players like Dylan Overmeyer back there that does a great job of reading, he can see if, in fact, that the runner's coming towards him or if he's got to drop back into that zone. So, they're keeping him back there for that intermediate zone to make sure that they're not able to dump it just across the middle.
All right. Well, Fremont Ross, last we heard, winning. Perkins, which is Jalen Santoro, going home to take on his mentor, Ed Nasani, winning there. And Norwalk on the road at Sandusky, winning there. Here we go, 4th down. 2 receivers to this near side. And looking to throw. He pumps once, pumps it twice, and it's incomplete. Great defense by the Flyers, and it'll be 1st and 10. Boy, I tell you what, the officials could have called that either way.
Yeah,
too.
Caden Berger came over his back to swat that down, and it looked like he might have got there a little bit early. The Columbian coaches are voicing their same opinion about that, but like I said, if the official doesn't see it, it's not a penalty.
Second time Clyde's held Tiffin Columbian on downs. Tiffin Columbian held Clyde on downs at the 1. Columbian got their only score by a pick 6. Clyde got theirs by a 10-yard pass by Wilson in Clyde's 3rd possession of the game. So let's see what the Flyers do with 3:33 to go. Jaden Cook back in, 1 to each side. And here he goes. He's going to hand off around the corner. And it's going to be Daniels, and he'll spin and turn. And he'll get across the 30 to about the 33. Actually going to give him a little more than that. The ball was spotted at the 29. They'll give him 4 on that. It'll be 2nd down and 6. So right now, if they need 4 yards, they're running Daniels right around the left end, Mike, and they're getting it almost every time.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job just collapsing that end down and giving him some room to the corner.
Cook looking to throw, looking. He's got time. He's going to pick up. Now he's going to throw deep. He unleashes it. And what are we going to see there? And they're going to say it was uncatchable. That time the defender pushed the offensive receiver slightly in the back. I don't think it caused him to not catch the ball, Mike, but in a lot of cases you would see that call.
Yeah, you might see that called, and Trey Reeves also, they got their feet tangled up. That's why it also went down and hit the dirt. But, the officials, again, they're letting them play out here.
What about Cook pumping, stepping up on the run and throwing it on the dime like that? So big down for Clyde, 3rd down, and they've got 6. Want to keep the ball, 2:57. Look for a possession pass for them. They're looking right here. No, they're going down the sideline again. And this time it's going to be caught. Oh, what a catch by Wilson. And right now the defender, John in his face. Trey Reeves giving Wilson just a little bit of smack talk after Wilson got the pass on him.
Yeah, Noss probably came back and said, hey, I got him beat.
Yeah.
So Wilson said, hey, give me a shot at it.
Well, the official's working with, he's trying to get Wilson's pad back into his jersey.
Cook put that ball right on target.
Perfect. 1st and 10, Clyde at the 32. They got lots of time, 2:47, not in a hurry. This is where your team has to grow up a little bit, Mike. Two receivers to the far side, two to the near side. Clyde looking. They're going to hand it right up the middle. Daniels, he keeps his feet rolling. He's at the 20. He gets knocked down at the 15. Oh, what a nice run. Let's go right down to Brad Bannister. Brad.
Yeah, heck of a job keeping his feet as he got way down. Where did he end up at, John?
The 15.
Yeah, down that left side.
Yep. Yeah, you're right. Now, what are we doing now?
Moving it back to the 15.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's where it should have been. So Clyde now is going to show the same set, two receivers to each side. And Daniels now starting to kind of get a little mo. 2:17 and counting. Here comes Lozier in motion. Back to throw, quick slant. Over there, caught by Wilson. Wilson steps by the defender, but gets dropped inside the 10 at the 9. Pick up 6.
Cyrus Burton right there. Now they're doing a nice job because they're playing off about 4 yards.
Right.
So they're going to get that quick hitter.
Cook looking again. Boy, he's got 3 loaded to the right side. He's got Daniels to his right side. Single coverage over here with Wilson. Now they're going to come up tight on Wilson. 1:43 and counting. They hand up to Daniels up the middle. He's going to get stopped at the 3, and it should be first and goal at the 3 for the Flyers.
Yeah, Brody Conley, nice job coming up in that linebacker spot to keep him out of the end zone, but he just slid to the right. He wasn't coming forward at all.
So Clyde isolating that run game right now, really to the one side, and it's been there. Let's see what they do here, though. They got stopped last time at the 1. It is first and goal at the 3. And what are we going to have? I believe Columbian's going to call timeout. No, yeah, Columbian will. We'll keep it right here. So, gentlemen, let's look at this. Clyde got the ball to start, went 4 and out and punted. Columbian went ahead and got down to the Clyde 12, tried a 30-yard field goal. It was no good. Clyde ran about 8 plays off, had to punt. Columbian went 4 and out. Clyde then did score. Wilson a 10-yard pass at 2:34 in the first. Extra point no good, 6-0. Columbian went 5 and punted. 6 out and on downs. Clyde got the ball back, moved the ball well, but pick 6 by L.J. Reeves made it 6-6. Clyde went 3 and out and punted. Columbian went 3 and out and punted. Clyde was at the 18. They got down to the 1 here at the goal line, turned her over on downs. Columbian ran about 10 plays off, turned her over on downs. And Clyde's here, and they've got, first and goal at the 3 with 1:20 to go. What a chess match here in these two teams. You got to remember, the Flyers replaced 18 starters from last year's team. Jaden Cook. Jaden Cook's quick enough to run it in himself.
Yes, if he's got an opening, he'll do it.
So Daniels is to the right side. Cook looking. He snaps it. He's going to keep it himself, and he gets down to the 1-yard line. I just had that feeling. It'll be second down and goal at the 1.
Yeah, the line did a nice job just creating a little bit of a seam for him to get that yard.
Yeah, everybody's hearts are pounding right now. See if Clyde can take the lead here with just a minute to go. Second down and goal at the 2.
You got Sydney Holman down there practicing field goals. Coach Phillips keeping a close eye on her.
Clyde letting the play clock go down too. And now they're going to take a timeout. And he's talking to Berger as he brings his team over. Boy, Brad Bannister, tell us the conditions down there in the sideline other than pretty exciting football game.
It is absolutely perfect weather-wise. There really is not a lot of wind out here whatsoever. It's about 63 degrees, and it's just been, for a 6-6 game, fellas, it's been pretty entertaining, like you said.
And one thing that at least I've noticed from the last 2 games, there's a little more excitement in the stands, and we got the cheerleaders right down here that, they're being pretty loud, so seems a little bit more of a football atmosphere.
Yeah, maybe, like we said earlier, we're not sure the fans knew how to act.
Right.
Well, they finally said, heck with it. We're going to act like we're supposed to, right? And you're hearing it on both sides. It's very much more active environment.
I think sometimes too, John, when you're in the stands and you're not surrounded by a lot of people, I think you're a little more conscientious about yelling out and screaming. So I think that kind of keeps fans from getting as fired up as they normally do.
Well, it definitely makes you think twice before you say something. Second down and goal at the 2. Cook takes the snap. He's looking to throw. Look, he's got a guy wide open. Now he's going to throw it the left side over there. It's going to be caught for a touchdown. Oh, they completely fooled Columbian. Mike Martin called that play.
Gunther Kistler was covering, and he got turned around. He had no idea that ball was put in the air. No idea. He was standing there looking back at Cook. The ball went well over his head, wide open, easy catch.
And who caught it? We don't know. We couldn't see the number.
Everybody was jumping around over there. I didn't get a chance to see the number.
We'll have to double check. You'll have to find that one out.
Yeah, we'll get that one. I think it was Griffin Knopf, actually.
So, Holman on for the extra point. Snap, low snap, kick, up. Kick is good. So Holman converts, and Clyde now up 13-6 with 39 seconds to go in this ball game in the first half.
Yeah, that's exactly what Clyde needed to do to be able to march that ball right down the field and be able to put 7 points on the board just before halftime. But they've got to be aware of Columbian's big play. We've seen them get some pretty big passes, so you know that Coach Lutz is going to take a shot probably more than once.
Well, we know that they love running the seam. We know they love running the sideline fades. But I tell you what, that's a big drive. So Clyde's offense has got 2 scores on the night. That's a good sign for the young offense. Other than the pick 6.
And if they could have punched that goal line, the defensive stand that Tiffin had, because they could have scored again and been up 14.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, we got big trouble for the Clyde Fliers here defensively. Walker Britt is being put on the cart.
That's not good. Okay, here's a kickoff, and fielding it and looking for somewhere to go and spinning around is going to be L.J. Reeves. Columbian will have it 1st and 10 at their own 34. So Walker Britt, they're going to take him and look at him, huh?
Yeah, and he's a huge part of that defensive line.
And the offensive front as well.
Right, exactly.
He says he shakes off to his dad. He says, I'm okay. They're going to take him in and get him ready during halftime. Let's see. Let's hope that's what it is. All right, 3 receivers on the near side. And I'm trying to guess who's at quarterback. They're going to throw the ball again. It's going to be complete on the right side and knocked out of bounds quickly near the first down, just shy of the 44.
Boy, it looks like they're picking on Jaden Johnson over there. They're just coming after him every time. You know, a couple long passes and that pass right there.
Rogal, the quarterback, the freshman. And the official's going to have a conversation.
The coach is over here complaining about the clock moving.
Yeah.
Because he did go out of bounds.
Right.
And the scoreboard still says first down. It should be second.
All right. Looking to throw. Their throw. It's going to be completed. Pass again to the outside. Clyde playing real soft defense right now.
Again, going after that left side.
So they've moved the ball quickly here just in 2 pass plays with 20 seconds to go.
Now this is a problem when you start playing to prevent. You give those underneath throws.
Look at that slot receiver, Mike, uncovered. They're going to throw it again on the left side completely. That's just a miscommunication. The receiver went for a fade. They went for a down and out, incomplete, 2nd down and 10 at the Clyde 44.
Yeah, if it would have just been a stop pattern, he'd have had plenty for a first down and been able to get back out of bounds because he had at least 5 yards separation between him and Johnson.
Again, they keep going to the one receiver, L.J. Reeves. Here we go, and they've not even looked at this side. He's going to throw it again. It's going to be bobbled out of bounds, and there'll be no catch.
Pass caught out of bounds. 3rd down.
You know, Mike, I'm looking at this quarterback, Rogal. He's a nice specimen. Throws the ball well, but he telegraphs it.
Yeah, he's going right after it.
And he's looking at these guys on the right side.
No.
They can run around in circles. He wouldn't even know what they're doing.
No.
We're going to have another timeout. This time Clyde's going to take a timeout. 12 seconds to go, 13-6. Oh, boy, what a battle here tonight at Bishop Stadium. My goodness.
You know, one good thing about what Jane Johnson's doing out there, though, he's not going to get a stop and go on him. because he's still having that cushion. So if the receiver does stop and it pump fakes it, Johnson's still going to be deep enough that they're not going to catch him deep. So they might get those underneath throws, but I don't see them being able to get anything over top.
Well, if I'm in a situation here, I've got 3rd down and 10. I've got 2 plays.
Yeah, you got 2 plays.
I got 2 plays. I'm going to throw one deep and see if I can draw an interference penalty. Or at least try to get to the 30.
Right, you get to the
somewhere
30.
To the 30,
yeah.
And then that gives you manageable. And maybe a defensive penalty would give you another shot. All right, here we go. 13-6, Clyde with the lead here in the in-game scoreboard by Fremont Athletic Supply. Rogal looking, steps up in the pocket. He's going to run. He's going to get dropped, and that should write it out.
Tiffin does have one timeout left.
Timeout, they call it. Yep, they got it called with 5 seconds to go. Nice prevent defense. The Flyers dropped on. Who came up for that tackle?
That was Logan Holmler that came up and made that play.
You've mentioned his name quite a few times tonight, Mike. Seems like he's starting to earn himself a little bit on this defensive side.
He's making up for Walker Britt not being out there.
Boy, what a ball game. I'll tell you what. Here's the other thing, Mike. This is a 13-minute half.
Yeah. It's going to be quick.
You're not going to get a lot of time to make adjustments. This is really going to show you how these two coaches have figured out what they want to do in the second half. It's not like the good 20 minutes you get normally. And stay tuned with us. We'll try to get you some scores from throughout the region and let you know who's doing what. Beautiful night here tonight at Bishop Stadium. 13-6. Clyde with the lead. And in position to go into halftime with the lead. We'll see. There's 5 seconds to go. And we'll see what the freshman, Braden Rogal. I tell you, Columbian always has these big quarterbacks that they find, and they get them in there early, and they get 4 years out of them. All right, here we go. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 here to the near side. He's rolling. He's just throwing it deep. High up into the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Didn't have enough juice on it, and that's halftime. So our halftime score is Clyde 13 and Columbian 6. Stay tuned. We'll be back after this on the BAS Sports Network.
Hi, it's Eagle 99 and 92.1 The Wolf Sports Director Kyle Knight for Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont. When it comes to outfitting the sports staff here at the radio station, we go to Juan and Athletic Supply. Athletic Supply offers us affordable prices on shirts and pullovers and handles all the custom embroidery. No matter what your sport, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, or volleyball, you'll find the equipment and clothing you need to make you look good and play good. So get in the game at Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont.
Do you know what's going on with your insurance? Welty Insurance Group will give you a pain-free pandemic insurance checkup. Welty Insurance Group and Erie Insurance have coverage for home, life, auto, boats, motorcycles, and commercial. Get a quote you can trust and get a chance to win a gas card. Our family serving yours. Call Welty Insurance Group at 419-334-4477. Your Erie agents in Fremont, Tiffin, Fostoria, Cary, and Sandusky. And at weltyinsurance.com.
Hi, I'm Tony Camilleri, CEO of the Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to again sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1, The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Fremont Federal Credit Union is committed to fostering, preserving, and cultivating a culture of diversity and inclusion. I believe it is crucially important that as a credit union, we have a commitment to serve others where the diversity of our members enriches us. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Visit us at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Hello, it's Pete with Sunrise. Fall is upon us. That means harvest season. Sunrise has the fuel to get you through this harvest. We have the fuel to get you through any season. Trust Sunrise to not only supply the fuel, but also know that our fuel has a premier additive package that keeps your equipment running on your demand. Quality fuel with a premier additive package will give you the confidence that your equipment will deliver the power you demand when you expect it. Call Sunrise for your on-road, off-road diesel, gasoline, and even kerosene needs. Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
From the Ohio News Network, this is Tonight in High School Football. Now here's your host, Skip Mossick.
And hi again, everyone. Welcome to Tonight in High School Football's halftime report here on the Ohio News Network. Jim Lachey is a former NFL All-Pro offensive lineman, OSU All-American, and high school standout at St. Henry High School over in Mercer County. Jim's been involved in many initiatives with the OHSAA over the years, and we will speak with Jim about this strange 2020 season next on the Ohio News Network.
Have you ever thought about having a podiatric physician examine your feet? Doctors of podiatric medicine are physicians. They set broken bones, perform wound care, treat corns, calluses, remove bunions, and can even perform total ankle replacements. Our physicians complete 3-year residencies in hospitals and train to manage your total foot and ankle health. Athletes with arch problems or tendon issues frequently seek out care from our physicians. Common health issues that podiatric physicians treat include ingrown or fungal nails, as well as warts and skin problems like athlete's foot. If you have ulcers or blisters, you should have that checked and have your footwear checked too. Diabetics are especially prone to foot issues when they have neuropathy. Foot exams are easy and can prevent many foot problems. If you can't walk, work, or enjoy sports activities without pain, what are you waiting for? Visit associationsadvanceohio.com to find a podiatric physician who is a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association to help you, so you know that you are being treated by the very best.
This is Dr. Mashika Roberts, Columbus Health Commissioner. The pandemic is more than a physical health issue. As parents, it's important to remember that our children are also coping with drastic life changes. 1 in 4 teens misuse a prescription drug at least once in their lifetime. We must talk to our kids about healthy coping strategies and the dangers of prescription drug misuse. Visit don'tliveinDenial.org to learn how to dispose of your leftover pills and talk to your kids about opiates.
This is Tonight in High School Football on the Ohio News Network. Once again, here's Skip Mossick.
Welcome back, everyone. Joined this evening by former NFL All-Pro, OSU All-American, and the pride of St. Henry High School, Jim Lachey. Jim, thanks for your time. You've been honored so many times by the OHSAA and have been involved in many of their initiatives through the years. Just wanted to get your thoughts on how that organization, all the ADs around the state have worked with the governor's office to do what they needed to do just to have high school football this fall.
You know, obviously there was a lot of intense meetings over the summer. You know, obviously when you look back throughout the spring sports, you know, there's kind of a tough decision you have to make, but because of the circumstances, they closed everything down and throughout the summer, but they found a way in August. And you know, you credit these kids, you credit these high schools, the conferences, all the districts throughout the state with coming together with a plan and making it work. Now, sure, it's a little bit different. It's a 6-game schedule, and here we are now, 2.5 games into it, week 3 and at halftime. But it is exciting that they got a chance to play football. Now, unfortunately, it's not for all the fans, mostly friends and family. But it's for those seniors and those juniors and those sophomores and freshmen getting an opportunity after all the hard work that they put in to go out there and play. And then, after week 6, it starts with the playoffs. And this year, every team qualifies. So everybody will have a playoff banner in their high school once week 7 comes along.
You mentioned the limited spectators, Jim. I mean, it stinks for a number of reasons, but especially some of the smaller areas around the state, where places like you're from, where, towns would shut down and all gather at the area high school games. Obviously, you can't do that here in 2020.
No, you can't. And it is a big blow because, they got a lot of, revenue for all the other sports, with the tickets. And, we would see, thousands of fans come out for some high school games. And, that was a big moneymaker, not only for the people running the parking, the people running the concession stands, and obviously the athletic directors and the gates and the tickets, that all, varies into it. And all, costs money and revenue to each schools. But, the good thing about it is they kind of forgot about, okay, hey, we're going to lose some money, but we're going to play football and give the kids an opportunity. So, obviously these are the decisions that, you're going to have to work down the road to find ways to replace some of that revenue. Some of it maybe never replaced. But, it's a good thing is that kids are out there playing.
Absolutely. And the OHSAA has worked to have inspectors in place at many games with the main reason is to monitor the attendance and make sure that people are wearing their masks and staying safe.
And I even talked to our local athletic director here, kind of kidding him and say, hey, does this mean I have to be on the chain gang, so to speak, standing against the chain link fence? And he even recommended, he goes, hey, Jim, as much as I know you love football, we don't want to see fans standing outside the gates, looking in. So it has been tough, and the inspectors are there to monitor those type of things and to make the decisions. But again, they had a collaborative plan. They went in and did it. A lot of hard work, a lot of meetings, and they got football, not just football, Skip, golf, cross country, men's and women's soccer, all those different sports, tennis, things like that they got a chance to go out there and compete, and they found the safe way to do it so far. And again, you've seen, there hasn't been too many cases crop up here now in 3 weeks into it. So far, so good.
Jim Lachey, we appreciate your time. We look forward to talking some Buckeye football with you as our Buckeye Roundtable show resumes Monday night, okay?
Yes, Skip, I am looking forward to getting back with you and Paul in the game.
Looking forward to it. Enjoy the second half of your ball game. I'm Skip Mossick on the Ohio News Network.
Hello, it's Pete with Sunrise. Man, I love this time of year, but I also love heat when I want it. At Sunrise, we monitor our tanks via a satellite. Yes, that's right. We know exactly how much propane is in your tank. That means we know when to fill your tank back up before you're in any threat of running out. With Sunrise, you can rest assured you will have heat when you want it. So call Sunrise, get set up with your propane needs, and enjoy the season. Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
To our Stein Hospice nurses, you are the educators, communicators, patient advocates, and decision makers. You are the hand holders, the 3 a.m. voice of comfort and reason. You become the around-the-clock best friend, the calming voice, the familiar face of compassion. You are the calming presence of Stein Hospice to all of our patients and families. To many, you are guardian angels. To us, you are the glue that holds our teams together. And we thank you.
Hi, it's Eagle 99 and 92 on the Wolf Sports Director Kyle Knight for Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont. When it comes to outfitting the sports staff here at the radio station, we go to Juan and Athletic Supply. Athletic Supply offers us affordable prices on shirts and pullovers and handles all the custom embroidery. No matter what your sport, football, basketball, baseball, soccer, or volleyball, you'll find the equipment and clothing you need to make you look good and play good. So get in the game at Athletic Supply in downtown Fremont.
Frickers has just what you want, everyday values. Monday, boneless frickin' chicken wings. Tuesday, traditional frickin' chicken wings. Wednesday, steak day at Frickers. Thursday, frickin' chicken chunks. Whether it's dine-in, carry-out, delivery, or order online at frickers.com. Everyday values are available at only one place. Dine-in, carry-out, delivery, and new at Frickers. Order online at frickers.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
And welcome back to Bishop Stadium here tonight on 92.1 The Wolf. Columbian and Clyde doing battle. It is Clyde 13 and Columbian 7 at the half. I want to remind you also that for every touchdown scored in this ball game, $100 is donated to Fueling the Cure, thanks to Sunrise Cooperative. Thanks so much to them as they're opening up the checkbook, Mike, to try to make a difference. Fueling the Cure is a campaign for food-based research at The Ohio State University for those afflicted with cancer. For more information, log on to fuelingthecure.org. And also for us, the official sponsor of the 92.1 The Wolf broadcast team, Blue Collar Bistro in Clyde. Thanks so much for our vittles that you sent up to us tonight. You want to eat some good food, you go to Blue Collar Bistro and tell them that we sent you. They'll take good care of you, and we're glad they took care of us tonight. So let's go down to Brad Bannister before we get any numbers in. Let's get his assessment of this first half of play, Brad.
Yeah, John, thanks. Again, this is what high school football is supposed to be like. You got that little bit of chill in the air, slight breeze, beautiful night. You're looking around the stadium. There's a little more zip. It has to do with the fact that we've got two really good teams. Interesting first half, 13-6. Very, very competitive. But here's what's surprising to me. 2 plays. And this is a 21-0 ball game. If Clyde finds a way to get that ball in the end zone when they're inside their 1 for 2 plays, and they don't get a pick six where Reeves from Tiffin picks it off and runs it in, fellas, it's 21-0 Clyde, but it's been an exciting, drama-filled game.
Well, there's no doubt about it. I mean, it's kind of mini-series. This is what it's been like. All right, so anyhow, let's go to Mike and get some numbers because we don't want to miss out on that opportunity. Mike?
All right, right now, team-wise, Tiffin Columbian has 3 yards rushing. Clyde has 63. Net yard passing, Columbian has 104. Clyde has 91. So total net yards on the game right now is Columbian has 107 yards and Clyde has 154. I think one of the things that really stands out is time of possession. Columbia's only had the ball for 9 minutes, 15 seconds, and Clyde has had the ball for 14 minutes and 45 seconds. When you look at individual stats for Tiffin Columbian, Keyshawn Jackson, he's had 8 attempts, and he's had a net of 8 yards. Braden Roga had 2 attempts for 2 yards, and Conley had 1 attempt for no yards. Rushing for Clyde, Michael Daniels had 17 attempts for 59 yards. Jaden Cook took a big sack. He's attempted 4 times. He's negative 6 yards. Jaron Bolger had 1 attempt for 7 yards passing. Braden Rogau had 13 attempts, 3 completions for 33 yards. And Logan Beeston had 6 attempts, 4 completions for 71 yards. Jaden Cook had 12 attempts, 7 completions, 1 interception. That was a pick 6. He has 91 yards. He has 2 touchdowns. Receiving, LJ Reeves has 3 catches for 50 yards. Bryce Rogau has 2 for 21. Maddox Simcoe has 1 for 27. Brady Wilson has 4 catches for 72 and 1 touchdown. Griffin Knopf has 1 for 12. Will Lozier has 1 for 5. And a receiver that we did not get the number of, that was Robbie Greenslade. Robbie Greenslade has 1 catch for a 2-yard and that touchdown. So that was Robbie Greenslade that made that play in the end zone.
Right, thanks so much, Mike. So both teams are on the field, and captains have met at the middle to talk about things. Columbian will get the ball first, and as we talked about it off the air, this isn't your normal length of time to make decisions, make changes, alter your game plan or whatever, and adjustments. What do you think that from a Columbian side? What do you think they're going to do differently than what they did in the first half?
Yeah, I think that they're going to continue to put pressure on Jaden Cook and just stuff up that interior line by bringing their linebackers and keeping them up on the line and then mix it up a little bit. I think what Clyde's going to have to do once they see that in certain situations is look over the top, look to the middle, and see what the openings could be. Now, for Columbian offensively, they've been able to hit that long pass, couple long passes,
couple seams,
but the short passes have been there. Clyde's given them room, and they're allowing that that short intermediate pass to be there. So but what Columbian's got to do, they've got to get that running game going. They can't be one-dimensional to beat this Clyde team.
Well, you know what? Both teams have had really good field position throughout the night. Both teams have been backed up, but both teams have had great opportunities. We're getting ready to kick it off as Bauer is going to kick it off for Clyde. Here's the kick, and he just stumps it. It's going to be bounced. So bounce over, be picked up and recovered, and it'll be first and 10 at the 37 for Columbian. So let's see, Clyde at the ball at the 20, Columbian at the 26, Clyde at the 20, Columbian at the 8, Clyde at the 35, Columbian at the 44. Clyde at the 31, then Clyde had the 15. That was short, 35, 18, 29, 1 yard line for Columbian, 34. So, the field position hasn't been bad. Let's see what they're going to do. Columbian's going to run 2 receivers to each side. Of course, Jackson is their speedster, and they're looking to throw right away. Just a low possession pass out here. It's going to be caught. It's going to be deflected. Intended receiver. And picked up by Drew Vascow. That time they ran 2 receivers of the same side. The up receiver,
Maddox Simcoe.
Yeah, Simcoe got covered by Berger, and he had him tipped off his hands. So that will be a completion to the 42. They're going to hand off now. No, they're throwing across the seam again, wide open. And getting the catch and the first down to the Clyde 44-yard line. Now that you talked about, Mike, straight up the field. 2 passes to start this half.
Yep, and that's where that seam is open. Andrew Bauer came up and made that play. Good news for Clyde. We got Walker Britt, who is back out in the field.
All right. So they're looking to throw again. They're going to throw again here, and it's going to be a whiff on this side by Johnson. And Johnson missed the attempted interception. Vasco gets it, goes upfield, 3 passes. Boom, they're throwing the ball against Clyde now.
Yep, again, Jane Johnson going for the ball, and he missed the ball, and then he tried to come back and make the tackle, but was a little bit late on that.
So that's 3 straight pickups. Started at the 42 there, the Clyde 33 already. And they're looking to throw again. There's another pass that's going to be caught, and it's going to be incomplete.
And we got a roughing the passer.
Flag at the 40. Nice defensive coverage by the Flyers that really knocked the ball out of the hands of the intended receiver.
And that was a good job by Bauer coming up making that play. Hey, John, I want to let you know that we've got a listener from Alaska that's tuning in to us tonight.
Well, tell Miss Diane that I sure miss her, will you?
I will do that. I think she just hears us right now.
Yeah, that's good. Well, you know you got one fan.
At least one.
At least one. All right, well, thanks so much for that. All right, quickly to the 19-yard line. Boy, here comes right away. They're looking to throw again. And there's into the end zone. It's going to be overthrown and incomplete.
He was open, though, John. We had Bauer coming over late. If that pass would have been a little bit lower, that could have been 6.
And they're going to set Clyde up now, Mike, for maybe a delayed draw or some kind of screen pass. Clyde's not getting any penetration on the quarterback. He's had all day to throw. So Rogal, he's got it. 2nd and 10 at the Clyde 18. Trying to get closer, tie this game up. Now they're going to throw it again wide open and incomplete. Boy, right through the hands of the intended receiver, Simcoe.
You know, that's what we said, John. That seam right there has been there pretty much all night. The receivers just aren't able to hang on to the ball.
How are the Flyers' defense not adjusting to that?
It's a good question.
All right, 3rd down and 10. 11 minutes into the 3rd quarter of play. 13-6, Clyde with the lead. Columbian with the ball. They're throwing the ball. Here we go. He's looking. He's going down into the end zone. It's up in the air, and it's incomplete. And that time it threw it high. The receiver went up. And the Clyde defender offering to help up the receiver, and he's on his back right now.
And Brady Wilson came over and put a hit on him.
So they went 4 straight after that big personal foul penalty, Mike. They got 4th down at the Clyde 18. And there's an injury timeout. Our timeouts are sponsored by Welding Insurance. We'll take a quick timeout. No score here so early. It's still 13-6. We'll be back after this.
Crown Battery, locally owned and operated, is pleased to support tonight's teams and takes this time to wish them luck for a successful season. The staff at Crown Battery recognizes the importance of teamwork both in and out of the classroom. That is why everyone at Crown Battery is a proud sponsor of not only tonight's broadcast, but a proud sponsor and contributor to our community, its athletic programs, and its educational infrastructure. Good luck and thank you from all the staff at Crown Battery, supplying you power since 1926.
Hello, it's Pete with Sunrise. Did you know propane is made in America? Yep, right here in the good old US of A. Just an interesting fact I wanted to share. Another fact I'd like to share is Sunrise has one of the largest storage capacity of propane in the state of Ohio. That's right, we have the propane to get our customers through the worst of times, plus some. To make sure you have the propane this heating season, call Sunrise. Sunrise Cooperative. Success grows here.
At Firelands Auto Group, we don't go around tooting our horn. We don't make promises we can't deliver on, and we never, ever try to sell you something you don't want. Firelands Automotive Group's highly trained auto consultants will deliver fast, easy, no haggle service and put you in the car or truck you want. The emphasis is on you. As a matter of fact, Firelands Auto Group team members are just like you. Here's what Nancy had to say about her Firelands Auto Group experience. Quote, being from a small town, it was a good feeling to realize that everyone from the sales department Department finance manager and my auto consultant were also from and reside in the area. A welcoming experience for what normally can be a stressor. End quote. The Firelands Auto Group team is involved in your community. Get to know us. Buy the car, truck, SUV, or Jeep you've always wanted. Firelands Chevy Buick in Norwalk, Firelands Toyota, and Firelands Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Sandusky. Our family cares about your family. Firelands Auto Group.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
Well, as we get back to action, a 35-yard field goal attempt by Tiffin Columbian. A bad snap. Clyde recovers at their own 30. They give to Daniels. He gets the ball again. He picks up 4 yards, and he's going to power his way to a first down to the 40. So Daniels picks up 2 straight carries to get Clyde another first down. It'll be 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line. So what we saw at halftime, Columbian says, let's throw. Clyde says, let's run.
Yep, they know where the seams are at right there. Sawyer Hurdlick was hanging all over Daniels.
Oh.
He's 6'2", 222 pounds, and Daniels took him for about a 3-yard carry.
We got 2 receivers to each side for Clyde. Daniels just isolated back. Jaden Cook at quarterback. Right now, 1st and 10, moving left to right, just under 10 minutes here in the third quarter play. Cook snaps, looks. He's looking. He's got time. He's going to have to scramble. He's got a guy open. He gets it out there, and it's going to be they're not going to.
No, there's no face guarding in high school, so he did not touch him.
Yeah, wow.
He just had his hands up. He was just shielding, so Wilson couldn't see where the ball was coming.
Right. So if you look at it this way, the defender did a good job.
Yeah, he actually did. And actually, that was Andrew Cobble on the receiving end.
Oh, Cobble, all right. All right, so 2nd down and 10. Again, 2 receivers. Clyde going 2 receivers set on both sides. Cook at quarterback. He hands off to Daniels. Boy, he gets right in the backfield, and he gets spun around and dropped for a loss back to the 38.
Keyshawn Hatley was right there. He came across the line from his defensive line spot untouched and made the tackle right as the handoff was being made.
He's a running back defensive lineman. Well, he read it that time, so Clyde's going to be forced to throw now. 3rd down, and they'll call it 13 at the 37. Boy, what a turn of events here. Columbian, boom down the field. Fumble a field goal. Clyde gets it back. 2 runs, a first down. Now they throw it twice, and they throw it once and throw it a loss on a carry. And now they've got 3rd and 13. Cook needs time to throw. He's back. He's scrambling. He's now scrambling the left side. He throws it over here. It's going to be complete. Looking for a blocker. There's going to be a first down by Berger. Oh, what a good job by Cook to find Berger for the first down. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad.
John, the ability of Cook to maintain his poise throughout that. He was being chased, but to have the speed and agility to avoid that oncoming sack was impressive.
You can't teach that. You just cannot teach that. He just looks calm.
He did, and he didn't even get his shoulders squared. He just winged it out there and was directly on target.
Good job by Berger to catch it because it was low. Here comes Daniels. He'll power forward for about 2. They'll get him at about the 45, 46. Spot him close to 47. We'll say a pickup of 2. Yeah, Berger had to go down to get it.
Yeah.
But he had blockers, and Berger was able to know where the first down was and got it. So big play by Clyde. 8:18 to go, 13-6 with the lead. Your defending State 4 champions, your Clyde Fliers, replaced 18 starters on this team, trying to build some identity against a tough Tiffin Columbian team. So Cook will move Daniels to the other side. Here comes Cook. There goes Daniels up the middle. Boy, they're hitting him low. I will say Columbian doing a very good job.
Again, Keyshawn Hatley was right there. He's a guy that is just getting across that line of scrimmage. And, they're trying to get a hat on him, but he's been able to make that play. He's pretty much reading where Daniels going. That's where he's going to come through that hole.
3rd down and 7 at the 46-yard line of Columbian. And they run it again, this time to the other side, and nope, the linebackers pack it in.
Again, Hatley is all over that.
There'll be a loss. It's now 4th down. I'm sure Clyde's going to have to punt the football. They won't keep it, as they will go ahead and into punt formation. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line, they say. It's more like the 48. They're looking to keep it. They bring in a different set. I think he's going to step back.
Quick kick.
Yep, there it is. He kicks it. Oh, he gets a nice floater. Let's see if they can down it inside. And they are going to be able to down it at about the 2-yard line. Let's go right down to Brad Bannister.
Yeah, they're going to mark it back up here at the 5 because Clyde took a swing at it. I don't know if he hit the ball, though, when he did.
Okay.
But all in all, that's a great job.
At the 5-yard line. Okay. So they're able to switch field position. Boy, Columbian, they came out throwing, Mike.
And I think we're going to see a little bit more of that.
I would expect so.
Where they're at in the field position right now.
Just to let you know, anybody who'd love to hear this game, if you're out in Alaska or Maui or wherever and you want to hear the game, just go to WOHFradio.com and listen live. All right. Here comes a freshman, Braden Rogal. They're going to hand off up the middle this time and try to run it, and they will get no gain. Second down and 10. Well, they'll give him a half a yard. They'll maybe spot him at the 6. Of course, we're at the far end. We can't see that far. We count on Brad Bannister to be our eyes down there. Rogal, quarterback, he's looking. They're going to hand off again. They're going to try and get some more running, but they'll get a few yards, but maybe another one. Make it third down, we'll say 8.
A nice job of Dylan Overmeyer again. We've been calling his name a lot tonight, just reading back there and sliding over and getting those plays.
All right, let's see if they throw the football. 13-6, Clyde with the lead. Here they go, looking to throw. They're in trouble. He throws it over here, and it's intercepted. Oh! Coming up is Caden Berger.
Yeah, nice job by Caden Berger just reading that. He had a lot of pressure. Was getting chased and had to get rid of it.
Let's go down to Brad. Brad, I think that was an ill-fated toss by Rogal.
Yes, it was. He underthrew that a little bit, and Berger just sat on that, came back, got the ball. Excellent field position for Clyde right here.
So Clyde has a ball spotted at what, about the 22?
Yes.
All right. First and 10, Flyers. And I guess the best defense is not let the ball stay in the hands of the offense, right? Here comes Cook. He's looking. He throws the seam down the right side, and it's going to be Wilson in and out of his hands. He would not have been able to stay in bounds. Tell you what, Wilson's become the favorite target for Jaden Cook.
Yeah, he's been doing a nice job as far as being able to find that open seam.
Vascal is the one that's been guarding him head on, and it looks like Vascal got a little bit of height on him.
But I think Wilson might have a little bit speed advantage on Vascal.
I'd like to see him run that fade, Mike, but then break it to the inside. All right, here we go. Looking to throw again. Cook, he's being flushed out. He throws it across the middle, throws an interception. And so they turn it over. Well, I don't know where he was going with that one.
I'm not sure either. There was nobody there. He got it. He got his shoulders turned a little bit to the outside and kind of let that and winged it. And that was number 17, Jackson Harris, that came up with that interception.
So Harris with the interception. Columbian gets the ball back with better field position. Now they're at the what? The third 25-yard line. So the drive continues. 5:41 to go here in the quarter. And Columbian with the football, moving right to left. They're looking to throw quick out over here to the right side, being caught, and getting about 5 yards on that reception, out to the 30-yard line.
Dylan Overmeyer showing some of that speed to get from the inside linebacker spot to get out to that hash to make that play.
I tell you, those horizontal passes, Mike, to the flat are really a great idea.
And you got your middle linebacker that has to come out and make the stop.
Go. Looking to throw again. This time a seam. It's going to be high and no good. That time to go into L.J. Reeves. Reeves got some height. Second down and 5. And we'll say second down really and 4 at the 31.
Brady Wilson on the coverage.
Wilson's developed into a pretty solid football player.
On both sides of the ball.
So Columbian can't seem to get settled one way or the other. They're making plays on both ends.
They just can't get it into the end zone.
Nope, 3rd down and 4. He's looking to throw. He's going to be blitzed and throw a screen pattern. It's going to be caught, and they'll get the 1st down and more. Going up on the right side, going through traffic. Here we go. Down the right side is going to be into the end zone, and it will be a touchdown.
We have a
for
flag,
Columbia.
John.
We have a flag back at the 33-yard line.
Coach Lutz is livid over there.
Now, if they're going to call this against Brady Wilson, I'm going to be surprised. I mean, the blocker, I think they're going to throw it on a Tiffin Columbian wide receiver out here, push him in the back.
Right.
But Brady Wilson was running into that receiver. So that's a tough one. I can understand where Coach Lutz would be upset, but this is going to be a huge break for Clyde.
Well, it's going to be a touchdown coming back. That was a great effort. Who was the one that caught the ball? It was hard to see because their numbers they're gold on white. You can't
I think
see.
It was Jackson.
All right, so either way, what a job to get down the sideline and sidestep. It's going to make it 3rd, and we're going to say 3rd and about 11. The ball spotted at the, well, let's see what they give it to us. Ball spotted at about the 24. 3rd and 11. That was a great play by Columbian, unfortunately. They're going to throw a quick out again. That's going to be caught, and it will not be for their 1st down.
I don't know. He stretched. He put that ball right on the line, and that official over there is marking it right at the 35, and they're going to give him that 1st down.
All right, so they will.
Nice job of stretching out and putting the ball out before he went down on the ground.
Would the tape show that his knees hit before he stretched it out?
Well, see, that's something. We don't have that instant replay that we can't review
we
that.
We can't tell that, can we? All right, 1st down and 10. Columbia stays alive, 4:42. Looking to throw again. Same pass play. A nice come up by Wilson to tackle. So Clyde giving them those 4 or 5 yard passes, Mike.
They're giving them, and as soon as Clyde comes up and starts to take that away, it's going to be a stop and go.
Yep. So that'll be a 5 yard pass play completion. 2nd down, we'll call it a long 5. 4:21, 13-6, our in-game scoreboard. He's looking, now he's going to hand up this time, now trying to get the outside. Here comes Overmeyer pushing, and they're going to get hit here and knocked out of bounds. Just where they're going to spot him. Just shy of the 45.
It doesn't look like it's going to be close enough for a 1st down. It's good.
Right.
They might want to measure this. Take a look at it.
Boy, I tell you, we saw a measure just the other day for the first time.
They're just going to go ahead and give it to him.
All right, they're going to give it to him. All right, 1st and 10.
Caden Berger was over there to push him out of bounds.
So a nice mix-up by Columbian. Really kind of the best drive they've had tonight. Mixing things up, just possession offense.
Yeah, they've been able to put a little bit of run in where they were not able to do that the 1st half, only having 3 yards on the half, rushing.
13-6, Clyde with the lead, Columbian with the ball, Columbian moving. Back-to-back interceptions, looking to throw, open over across the middle, and it's going to be catch and 1st down. And they get the ball down to Clyde, 37.
I hate to say this again, but again, Bolger took a swipe at the ball and missed again. And anytime you do that, you better make sure you get 2 hands on that ball if you're going to
knock it down.
Go for it.
1st and 10. Right now, Rogal seems to be in a rhythm. Here comes a man in motion. They're going to jet sweep to the right side. And they've got the corner. No, they don't.
Robbie Greenslade coming up from the defensive end.
Nice job by Robbie Greenslade to throw him for a 2-yard loss. Back to about the 39.
Boy, he showed a little speed on that coming around that end.
Yes, he did. Boy, they're going to call a 3-yard loss back to the 40. Wow, it's a 3-yard loss there. So that time they're going to the perimeter and finding the seam. That's the offense for Columbian right now. It's working. Take it down. We'll call it 13. 3:03 to go. Looking for the snap. Back to throw. Straight back. Being flushed out of the pocket. Looking to the right. He's going to throw across the middle. Incomplete.
Nice.
Wilson on the coverage and knocked the pass away.
That's one where Wilson did a nice job of coming up and not getting that left hand around the receiver and knocking the ball down with his right hand. A lot of times you see that happen and you put that left hand on the receiver. They'll call that as an interference, but he kept his hand off, was able to get the ball and knock it down.
At the 40. 3rd down and 13. Back to throw. He's getting pressure. Step across the middle. It's going to be in and out of the hands. I tell you what happened in that one. You know what I'm going to say? Jackson
Footsteps.
Harris heard some footsteps.
That's
because
right.
coming up tight was Abe Morrison, and he just said, I don't want no part of that.
Yep, Abe Morrison, Jack Morrison's brother, and was able to come up and no, actually that's number 9. That's Bailey Eberly.
All right, Eberly. So
Bailey Eberly came up.
Now it's a big 4th down play. Now Clyde's got to be careful, and Columbian needs 13. Showing blitz. They come at him, they hit him, and it's going to be caught. What a fingertip catch by number 4, Seth Belleville, to keep the drive alive. That was a prime time catch, Mike.
That was right at his knees, and he went down for it and was able to make that catch. Andrew Bauer was right on him. But, yeah, you're right. That's a great catch.
That was 4th down and 13. Now they're going to try and run up this side, and it will be for no gain. Now they'll lunge forward for 1. And we'll get the ball to the 24. This drive started at the 25-yard line after Columbian threw an interception. And Clyde threw a pass play and then threw an interception. Now Columbian with probably their longest drive of the night. Trying to tie this ball game with 2:13 to go in the 3rd. 3 receivers to the near side. He hasn't looked to the right yet. He's looking. He's going to throw over here, and it's going to be caught. We got a penalty flag right in the middle. And open down the right side and getting in the end zone for a touchdown.
Brad, is this going to be another one called back?
I think it is.
Well, no, I see the Columbian coaches clapping. I think it's going to be a touchdown. No, it's not.
Tornado offense.
Boy, that's 2 huge penalties.
Oh, that's 14
Tiffin.
points. Whew.
My.
Well, that's rough. That's a tough pill to swallow right there when you get 2 scores taken off the board.
Guys, I'll tell you this. Clyde was sending a lot of heat there, and I think they were Tiffin's offensive line was overwhelmed, so I just think they started grabbing guys.
Yeah, they held. 1:58 and counting. Columbian 2nd down and 19. Looking. Here comes the heat again. Going down the sideline, and that's incomplete.
They tried that stop and go right there, John.
Yep, they did.
And Wilson wasn't going for it.
Over there covering for the Flyers.
3rd down and 19. 1:52. What a game between these 2 squads. 13-6. Clyde with the lead. Columbian's only score has been a pick 6. They've had 2 touchdowns called back by penalties, right?
Yep.
And kept Clyde out of the end zone on 3 attempts at the 1. We've seen everything here tonight. What are we going to have? We're going to have a timeout. Timeout. Clyde, we'll take a timeout here. 1:52 to go in the 3rd quarter. We'll be back after this.
Shutting down your camper, closing up the summer home or cottage? Let Route 20 Storage in Fremont help. Conveniently located at the corners of State Route 6 and 20 at Exit 102. Keep your property safe and clean by renting one of their units ranging from 5x10 to 10x30 in size. Right now, you can rent a 10x10 for $50 a month for the next 6 months. Visit Route20Storage.com. That's RT20storage.com or call them at 419-208-6965. Remember, Route 20 Storage, your safe and clean local storage provider.
There are many places adjusting to new practices to continue business. At Fitzgerald Auto Group, we have kept our practices the same for over 50 years. When you always treat customers like family, it helps to put their needs first. So if you need any of our services from repairs to sales, your experience will be a comfortable one. From pickup to drop-off, we adjust what we do for only one reason, you. Come see why so many continue to trust Fitzgerald Auto Group. Your family is our family.
Fitzgerald Auto Group. Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf. 92-1 the Wolf. WOHF.
Back to action. Here's a slip screen by Tiffin. Wide open down the sideline. And they're going to get the first down. Boy, they come back and run a great play, Mike.
Yeah, that was a nice job. Great job by the offensive line. Just shielding off the Clyde defense, and they'll be able to bring that all the way back across the field. We got a player down. Brad, I'm not sure if you can see who that is. We can't see a number from up here.
Bailey Eberly grabbing his left calf.
Oh, Bailey's been a huge part of the Clyde defense tonight, especially in that secondary. Does it look like it's a cramp?
Yes, it does.
Okay,
left calf.
good.
He's grabbing that. They're stretching it out right now.
But I tell you what, Columbian, they are a big play.
Yeah, we said that. We said that at halftime.
They always are.
Yep.
They're not real methodical. I mean, look at, they've had a 4th and 13 they converted. That right there was a 3rd and 19 they converted. I mean, when you can do that, you're always in a ball game, right?
Yeah, you're never out. You're never out. It's going to be interesting to me to see if Coach Lutz, what kind of gambler he is. If they can get that ball in the end zone, is he going to go for 2 in a game like this when it's been so tight and the possessions are, hard to come by? Or is he just going to go to tie it up and hope for the best in the fourth quarter? It's going to be interesting.
This is a 15-play drive by them. You know, you had talked about time of possession. Clyde had time of possession either through this third quarter till this drive.
Right.
And they've been eating minutes right now. Braden Rogow, the quarterback, he's going to go ahead and do a little reverse to this backside and nowhere to go.
Robbie Greenslade said, not this way. You're not coming around my end. He's doing a nice job of protecting that end and not letting anybody get around the outside of him.
2nd down and 10 at the 13.
He's coming up a little bit gimpy, though. Yeah. Looks like he'll be he's going down.
So another injury timeout. All our timeouts brought to you by Welty Insurance Group. So they're in the Fremont floor covering red zone, and Columbian sooner or later is going to get on the board. There's just no doubt about it, Mike.
Yeah, and they've got they're definitely within field goal range if they can't get this first down.
Now they did attempt one 30-yard field goal. It was no good. They attempted a 35-yard field goal, and it was a bad snap. So if you're Coach Lutz, you say, listen.
What's the odds?
What's the odds?
Yeah.
Do we maybe just go for it?
Yeah. And then make Clyde march all the way down the field, which we've seen that Clyde's able to do that.
Greenslade must have been cramped up, too, because he's running off. So we got another substitute over there on that side now for Clyde. Looks like John Miller Perry is going to be on the left defensive end. All right, 2nd down. Boy, I tell you what, this game, this is just one of those, Mike, that it is like a ping pong match.
You know, and I hate to say this, John, but our first 2 games were kind of lackluster, if I can say that, lackluster. This game is not at all.
No. You can tell these 2 teams are pretty evenly matched. Now they're going to go ahead and move Belleville to the other side. Now they're going to flare him out. They're looking to hit him on a wheel route, and it's going to be a touchdown. I tell you what, you can see him come across, and it's a touchdown.
That was a great.
Beeson went in and got the score.
Yeah, that was a great job, great pattern. He put his foot in the ground to the outside, just cut it off to the inside. Nice skinny post, and was able to hit him right in stride.
So they're going to kick for the extra point, or are they?
They're setting up to anyway.
Yeah, they are. And that's Coppice to kick. There's a snap. It's low. The kick is up, but the kick looks to me it's good, and we're tied. So we have a tie ball game now. So Tiffin Columbian 13, Clyde 13, with 1:14 to go here in this this third quarter play. We have a whole nother quarter yet. That was a 15-play, 16-play, 75-yard drive. So that was impressive by Columbian. Now let's see if the Clyde offense can answer. Their defense was on the field, Mike, an awful lot.
Yes, they were. And a lot of the guys, the problem with that is a lot of the guys that play that defensive line are also playing the offensive line.
Right. Our Brad Bannister kind of feel like the air came out of the balloon a little bit for Clyde on that drive?
Yeah, I think it did a little bit. Tiffin did a really nice job of balancing various screens with a few slants, and it really kept Clyde off balance defensively. So we'll see what they can do now when they get the ball here.
Yeah, I would say, my own opinion, that I questioned Columbian's play calling early, but on that drive, I think they dialed it in just perfect.
Yeah, they took advantage of what Clyde was giving them.
Which was those deep cushions. The quarterback's giving them 5 to 10 yards on a lot of those.
Absolutely.
Beeson came in at the end of that drive to throw the touchdown pass. All right, here we go. With the kickoff will be Coppice. And he will kick it high end over end. Be over the head. Will Lozier will get at the 4. He's at the 5, at the 10. Coming up the left side, he's going to get spun around and hit and dropped at about the 12. It's a good coverage by Columbian. They're going to be fired up there in a tie ball game. Now we've got 0-0, 1 quarter to go. Who's going to win the ball game?
Yeah, I'd say obviously right now Columbian has all the momentum, especially dropping him at the 6 or 17-yard line. And Clyde's got a long way to go right now.
All right, so the ball at the 17, as Mike said. Scoreboard says the 15.
They're wrong.
Scoreboard operators having some troubles tonight here in Clyde. All right, Cook. Can Jaden Cook, the junior, lead his team? They're going to give to Daniels up the middle. Boy, they just go right off center and guard. Pick up a yard, maybe.
I'm telling you again, man. Keyshawn Hatley, he is making every one of those plays at the line of scrimmage. Clyde has got to find a way to maybe double team him or cut him or do something, because he is making all those plays every time they try to go up the middle.
Well, he's just
on
reading.
it.
He's playing defensive end, and he's just reading it. Boy, he's ready. Here comes Dylan Overmeyer in motion. Looks like Clyde, a high snap. Boy, they just get it to Daniels. He breaks one tackle, keeps his head forward, and he'll power to the 23. That was a near catastrophe, a high snap, but it was a good job by Cook to get it into Daniels. He can pick up about 5. Third down and a long 4 for Clyde.
Ethan Winnick had a hold of his jersey. Ethan's 6'2", 219 pounds, and Daniels carried him for about 3 yards. Little sled drills.
Clyde's going to let the clock run out. We're going to end the third quarter. So at the end of 3, it's 13-13. 12 minutes of football to find out who's going to win this one. Stay tuned with us here tonight. Listen to high school football on the BAS Sports Network.
Mom?
Yeah?
Remember how you asked me to give the dog a bath?
Yeah?
Well, he sort of got loose.
Oh, okay, honey.
There's water all over the new floors upstairs.
Hey, it happens.
Waterproof, mud-proof floors. From hardwood looks to stone and tile, they have it all. Lodge & Sons Flooring America, where friends send friends. And right now, get up to $1,000 off or enjoy no-interest financing during the Spill-Proof Flooring Sale. Save big on waterproof carpet and hard surface flooring. Lodge & Sons Flooring America, 702 Stone Street in Fremont.
Hi, I'm Tony Camilleri, CEO of the Fremont Federal Credit Union. We are proud to again sponsor high school sports on Eagle 99, 92.1, The Wolf, and 100.9 Coast Country. Stop into any of our convenient offices or visit us online at fremontfcu.com to check out the credit union difference. We offer local decision-making on loans, making the process fast and easy for our members. Investing in our communities and our youth are what we're all about. Visit us at fremontfcu.com. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
And back to action. Welcome, quarter number 4. We are tied at 13. Clyde with the football. What do we have? A stoppage in play. It is third down and a long 4 for Clyde. And the officials are maybe making sure the clock's ready. Tell you what, that's a long, beautiful drive. 16 plays, 75 yards, and a lot of time off the clock. All right, here comes Clyde, under center. They play it. They do a fake or reverse. They go across the middle to Wilson. Wilson catches it. Oh, Wilson dives out. Had his defender beat. L.J. Reeves was in the dust. And Wilson leans out and catches it. Big play by the Flyers. They answer with a little bit of their own passing, and they get to the 49. Now they are in Columbian territory. Big play.
Yeah, you said it, John. He laid out for that. He was parallel with the ground when he caught that ball.
You know what I like that play? Cook went under center and faked a double reverse and threw off of that. That was a great call by Clyde. So, 1st and 10, Clyde at the 49 Columbian. We are tied at 13. Cook looking to throw again. He's looking. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's got to get rid of it. He just throws it away. And there's a penalty flag.
Roughing, probably roughing the passer because he was clearly out of bounds.
Boy, Columbian, if it's against Columbian, they really have
that is against Columbian.
Yep, and
that's a personal foul.
Number 1, Brody Conley, a junior, just might have found himself a seat on the bench. Coach Lutz wanting to get some clarity, and they're talking to Coach Carter about it.
Is that
Excuse me, Brad, you cut out there.
Is that going to be 2 fouls?
Yeah, that might be because you will take the roughing the passer if that's what it was, and the personal foul will be added on to that.
That could be a 30-yard penalty.
Boy, I am down here on the Tiffin side of the field. They are losing their mind.
Dead ball, unsportsmanlike against Columbian.
And unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Well, I mean, I'd be upset if my players did that too. I mean, if it was justified, it happened right in front of us. They're roughing the passer, yes, absolutely. We couldn't hear the other conversation, but if Clyde ever wanted a gift,
yeah, that's
Columbian
it right there.
Just gave it to him. They'll be 1st and 10 Clyde at the 35-yard line.
I will say this. Conley was coming off the field. He was hitting his chest like, my bad, like maybe he knows he did something he shouldn't have done.
All right, so the first penalty to the 35. The next penalty is going to take it to the 19.
Yep, they add both those guys. That's huge. Well, that puts Clyde right in scoring position.
Well, that's a 30-yard penalty. So now your team has got to obviously take advantage of those mistakes. And if you're Columbian, after that beautiful long drive, you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot. So here we go. Jaden Cooks has 2 interceptions tonight, 2 touchdowns. He's kind of earning his way. His 3rd start as a high school quarterback. Hands off to Daniels. Daniels puts his head, gets by 1, powers down to the 10. That time the big man said, hey, you know what? I've been having people hanging on my back all night long. And we're going to have an official's timeout. Someone else must be there.
That's Keyshawn Hatley. What Clyde did, they double-teamed him that time. And that's the effect right there. He's getting up awful slow, and that's what sprung that for Daniels.
Well, you know what? That's good coaching then, Mike. You had called that. They had to find a way to double-team him. That gentleman, Columbian, cannot afford to lose.
They cannot afford to lose him, especially on the run game, because he's made a lot of stops on Daniels.
Injury timeout. We'll take a timeout here and pay the bills here in the 4th quarter. 13-13, we're tied, and we'll be back after this on the BAS Sports Network.
Give your home the makeover it deserves at Fremont Floor Covering. Their knowledgeable staff can show you the many floor covering options available. Carpet, vinyl, waterproof flooring, laminate, hardwood, and ceramic tile. Fremont Floor Covering has over 150 carpet and vinyl remnants to choose from. Schedule for a quality professional installation or do it yourself. Quality floor covering at affordable prices since 1997. 12 months, same as cash available. Fremont Floor Covering near the corner of North Front and State Street.
At Heritage Village of Clyde, we love our residents and strive for excellence in care, commitment, and compassion. Having come through the pandemic, our healthcare team is taking extra precautions to ensure the safety, health, and welfare of our dementia and Alzheimer residents. Let our Heritage Village family take care of yours in a secure, homey environment, committed to providing the best possible care. Call 547-9595. Heritage Village of Clyde, 700 Helen Street, and at heritagevillageofclyde.com.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92-1 the Wolf, WOHF.
And back to action. Hatley does get up and walks out on his own power, so good to see for him. 2 receivers on the far side for Clyde. Daniels still straight behind. Cook under center, and they're going to draw Columbian offsides and get the first down by penalty.
Yeah, Berger did a nice job of selling that coming into the backfield for that motion, and as soon as he came in the backfield, Columbian's line, the two defensive linemen on the left side jumped off.
So that's going to make it 1st and goal at the 5 for Clyde. And remember, Flyers were down here before and couldn't get it in. Obviously, they would like to get a score here. They're going to hand off to Daniels. He powers up the left side, spins and turns. He gets hit at the 5, and boy, nothing going. They'll give him the ball at the 5. It'll be for no gain.
Nice job.
Change of direction by him, Mike.
Yep, Cole Jordan was able to come up and just hang on. Cole Jordan, 6'2", 188, and did a nice job of not allowing Daniels to get any forward momentum.
Trying to run the side that Hatley was on, but nice job by Columbian.
Well, the yards are hard to come by running-wise for Flyers tonight.
Absolutely. So Cook standing back at the 10. Here comes Berger in motion. And they're going to give it to him then off to the side. He gets powered again. He gets just down to the 4.
Columbia's doing a great job just sliding down the line. Sawyer Herdlick came over and just continued to move down the line of scrimmage and not allow Daniels to get any momentum upfield.
Coming into the ball game for the Flyers is Will Lozier. You know, Clyde hasn't tried any reverses, any kind of misdirection at all. Actually, if they did that power sweep to the left and just let Cook take it off to the far side, he might be fast enough to get in. So they're going to put Lozier out with Cowbell to the right side. Here comes Cook. He's rolling to the right, right. He's looking. He's being flushed out, and he's going to get hit, and he's going to get thrown out of bounds. So Clyde is going to have to try to kick a field goal.
That was a nice job by Jackson Harris. Jackson Harris had him wrapped up, and instead of throwing him out of bounds, he just kind of rode him out of bounds. You could see that he wanted to put a hit on Cook, but, you know, nice job of not throwing him down to the ground and not getting that penalty.
Absolutely. So it's 4th and goal. The ball, though, spotted at the 6. They'll put the hold down at the 13. 23-yard field goal attempt for Clyde.
Big attempt for Sydney Holman right now. Her first field goal attempt of the season.
And Clyde calls timeout. I know they didn't want to ice their own kicker.
No, they just. I think Coach Phillips wants to talk to her, give her a little more confidence as she comes off.
What a ball game here.
Yeah, this is a good one.
Tied 9:48. Columbian picked to be one of the top teams in the conference, of course, with Clyde losing 18. And, you know, people picked them maybe to be in the middle of the pack. A win by Clyde here would say a lot for them. For Columbian, trust me, they ain't going nowhere. They're a good team.
They're a good team, and they got a lot of young players out there that are making a big statement tonight.
I'll be surprised if Columbian tries to ice her and throw a timeout at her.
I think Columbian's thinking, you know, they might need those timeouts at the end of the game.
Yeah, Clyde has 1 left. Columbian's got 3. All right, so Holman, it's going to be spotted at the 13. It'll be a 23-yard attempt. And let's see, there's a snap, there's a kick. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Oh,
Sydney Holman, her first field goal of the season. To put Clyde ahead.
Dials long distance and gets the score. Your in-game scoreboard now, Clyde 16, Columbian 13. There's been 3 attempts for field goals tonight. Somebody finally made one.
Yeah, nice job. Nice job by the Clyde offense to get down there, even though they could not get it in. But they've got a little more confidence right now.
She got that with some good distance to spare.
Yes.
Let's go down to Brad Bannister and tell you what, the female kicker stood up tall here tonight.
Had a little bit of leg on that for sure. You know what's really awesome about this game tonight, regardless of whether you're a Tiffin fan or a Clyde fan, for the first time in 3 games, I feel like there's a little energy, a little bit of resemblance of what high school football is supposed to be like.
Right. Yep, you're exactly right. A game we had last week just never found a rhythm. You know, the game before that with Willard, well, Clyde pretty much dominated. And that was even worse, and they won big. This feels right.
Yeah.
So here's the kickoff. It's going to be a squibber. It's going to bounce through a couple guys picked up at the 30, then 35 to the 40, trying to get out to the outside. Here we go. A speedster out on the outside at the 40 and going down the sideline and gets broken out and out of bounds at the Clyde 28. Another huge return by Columbian.
Yeah, I think Clyde's going to have to switch something up on that kick because, you know, if you're going to squib it, you got to squib it hard enough to get past that second line.
Well, even so, you've got to stay in your lane.
Right.
Everybody came to the near side, and they broke it to the outside. So now the defense on their heels, and here comes Columbia's offense. Columbia with the chance to go up 20-16, forcing Clyde to score a touchdown if Columbia can convert. 9.5 to go in this one. And we can't see who the quarterback is in there right now. We'll count on Brad Bannister to get us whether it's Beeston.
Beeston's in.
Right, Beeston's in. He likes to throw. There it's across the middle. Incomplete and almost intercepted. Broken up. If Beeston's in to throw. It'll be second down and 10 at the 28.
Again, picking on Jaden Johnson, going after him, but he did a nice job of swatting that ball out that time. The receiver had the ball in his hands, but was able to knock it out.
Well, Jaden Johnson getting a lot of reps.
Hey, John, I got to let you know that we got somebody in Cincinnati listening to us right now as well.
All right, okay. Snap back, looking to throw, looking. There's another pass that's lofted outside, and boy, I tell you, that was an ill pass by Beeston.
Yeah, that was way over the head.
Yeah, and he might have been throwing it away. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt as he was going down to Simcoe. So, Mike, if you didn't have family out of state or out of town, we'd have nobody listening.
Well, nobody listened to me. They'd be listening to you, John.
I don't think so. Well, we appreciate all of our friends that listen to us outside our listening area. We have, 400 or 500 people a night that listen to us online. All right, here we go. Big play, third down and 10. Beeston has got a man in motion, left to right, flooding the right side. They're going to go delayed handoff up the middle, and it's going to be for a first down and more. Great call by Columbian. They get it down to about the 12. We were waiting for them to do a delayed draw. Remember, we called that, and here they do.
And that's exactly what they needed to do. The linebackers came across the line of scrimmage, and as soon as they came past the running back, they just handed it off, and there was a big seam right up the middle.
All right, they call it the 13-yard line. First and 10, Columbian. Columbian's offense has looked very good here in the second half. Beeson looking to throw. He's going in the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. Tell you, they're letting him push and shove a little bit. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Looked to me like Johnson kind of bodied up with him a little bit.
Johnson absolutely bodied up with him a little bit, and Reeves was trying to break away, and he just couldn't do it. A couple of scores for you. Norwalk 24, Sandusky 17 in the fourth.
Okay.
Bellevue 28, Perkins 14 in the fourth.
So Bellevue comes back and scores, 3 straight scores to grab control of that one. Beeson's still in, trying to get this lead. 16-13, Clyde with the lead. And I think Columbia wants a timeout. We'll take a extra timeout here with 9 minutes to go in this one. 16-13, Clyde on top, Columbian driving. We'll be back after this on 92.1 The Wolf.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. A referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Ohio did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
Interested in becoming a licensed high school official? Go to highschoolofficials.com to learn more and begin the application process.
Fremont Federal Credit Union High School Football. 92.1 The Wolf, WOHF.
As we get back to play, it looks like it's going to be a score.
Stepped out of bounds.
Who did they get the ball to? Was it Jackson or
Jackson?
Belko?
Got the ball to Jackson.
Got the ball. You know what they did? They ran motion to the near side, and Berger followed him, and they ran to that side.
For the Tiffin people listening, 28 Calvert, 28 Gibsonburg, overtime.
Ooh, oh, wow. Good game there. So the ball spotted on the 6-yard line, and it is 3rd down and 4. So it went out of bounds. Here we go. Look at the throw. Beeson looking, throws it up in the end zone. And it's going to be caught. Touchdown.
Nice job of finding that open seam. Just came across the middle.
Another low pass. And Brad, can you tell us who got that?
That was number 1.
Okay, Conley. So they come back and take the lead. Kind of important extra point right here.
Absolutely.
Kappas in to kick it. The last one was good. You would expect the same thing here. And there's the snap. The kick is up. And the kick is blocked
again.
Wow, that's the second one that Clyde's blocked. The extra point is no good. So guess what? It is Tiffin 19 and Clyde 16 with 8:48 to go.
You're right, John. That was huge. That was huge. And the thing that Clyde is doing, they're doing a great job coming across the line. As soon as they get across the line, they get their hands up. And being able to block 2 kicks is going to be huge, I think, when the clock goes down to 0.
Well, if we look at it now, just looking at the math, field goal ties it.
Right.
Touchdown forces Columbian to get a touchdown.
Right. Yeah.
Right? Okay. So, and this drive by Clyde is probably the ball game for them.
Yeah, with 8:48 left to go. Sure.
Yeah, if they can, if I was Clyde, I'd look for more of a possession. Just move it down and eat clock and try and win the game late.
But if they can't do that, we've seen Columbian 15, 16 play drive.
Yeah.
They can eat a lot of time off that
That's
clock.
why they want to keep the ball and not let Columbian get the ball back.
Absolutely.
That's the goal, wouldn't you think? If you're coaching. I know you just start throwing bombs and trying to get it in your playmakers and score right away. But if you don't have those players or you're really looking at the math of this, really, a ball-control drive is what Clyde really needs to finish with the score. So everybody in Tiffin is all excited. We're not sure why. Over on the far side, here's the kick. High end over end. Fielded at the 15 to the 20 to the 25. And getting tackled about the 25-yard line is going to be Lozier. Clyde will have a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Hey, Brad, I don't know, but to me it sounds like that sideline over there on Columbian, they're pretty fired up, and the fans seem like they're pretty fired up as well right now.
I think they feel a little bit of momentum shifting their way as we've kind of seen this game unfold a little bit, and this is where Clyde needs to step it up. But you're right, Mike, they are fired up over here.
Well, and, the players are slapping each other. They're into it. A lot of these Clyde's players, this is new Friday night football for them. For 18 of them, it's their first game on a Friday night. So let's see if Clyde can play off that. Junior Jaden Cook looking for the snap. Hands off. Daniels with his head down. He powers forward. He gets about 8 yards on that carry. Nice misdirection cut by him, and he was able to power forward. He'll get the ball. It'll be 2nd down and maybe 2. They're going to spot it right about the, 33? Yep. See a pickup of 8.
That's one time tonight that we've seen him be able to cut back and go against the grain.
Right. 8:16 and counting. What a good ball game here tonight at Bishop Stadium. Cook looks, he's got one receiver to the near side, to the far side. He hands up to Daniels again. He gets stacked up.
Oh, but he gets out of it.
Breaks out and gets the 1st down. He got stuck up, and he kept his legs moving and powers. Let's go down to Brad Bannister. Brad, what an individual effort by Daniels. Michael Daniels to get that 1st down.
Boy, he hit the back of the offensive line, and then Tiffin came up, hit him. He spun around, came around the right side, picked up the 1st down. Just pure effort by Mike Daniels.
1st and 10 at the Clyde 36, moving right to left. 2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Daniels to the left of Cook. He fakes it. Cook's looking to throw. He just throws a possession pass out. It is too wide for the intended receiver. And that was Lozier. The first pass tonight, other than the interceptions, that Cook just kind of misfired on.
Yep, I agree with that. You know, with 7:38 left to go in the game, they've got to use some more of this clock. You know, they're stopping the clock right there with that incomplete pass. You know, they got to look at eating some more of that up.
So, like I said, they're trying to run possession offense.
Yep.
It's the right thing to do. The thing is, though,
you got to make that completion.
You can't put yourself in a hole. 2nd down and 10. Berger is at the wing. They fake. Here comes Cook again. Here he throws it out, gets it caught, and the receiver is going to fall down and get to the line of scrimmage. That was Berger. They flared it out to him, but the defender was right there. And it'll be 3rd down and 10 for Clyde. This is a big play for the Clyde Fliers.
Yeah, Trey Reeves did a real nice job just hanging right on him and not allowing him to get upfield. And as soon as Berger caught the ball, he stumbled a little bit, and Reeves was able to get him down right away.
2 receivers to the far side, 1 to the near side. Berger again at wing back. Cook is looking at his coach. Big 3rd down play. He's looking now. He's rolling to the right. He's rolling to the right. He's going to throw it here. It's going to be caught, and it'll be a 1st down. And there's a penalty flag right at the point of the completion.
Now,
who caught that?
It was Griffin Knopf that made that catch, and it just no need to hit him. He was going out of bounds easily.
So he gets a 1st down at, what, about the 46. That was a beautiful pitch and catch by Cook and Knopf.
That was a great pattern by Knopf. Knopf just drove the defensive back off, put his foot in the ground, came back for it. And I tell you what, John, I can't wait to see what the penalties are, because Columbian is killing himself with penalties. Took 2 scores off the board, 30-yard penalty.
Now the ball's at the 38. Cook showed a lot of poise on that play. Hand off to Daniels, head down. He powers forward, gets about 3. They spot him at the 35.
Oh, Daniels, gain 3 yards.
Michael Daniels, 6:47 to go. Columbian winning 19-16. And we know if they get the ball back at all, it won't take them long to get down the field with the passing game they have. 2 receivers on the near side. High snap. Daniels again down the middle. He's got an open lane. He breaks by 1 defender, and he gets all the way down to the 21. Pick up of 14 by Daniels. And right now, Daniels is a man amongst boys.
Yep, they found a little crease in there. Jackson Harris with a touchdown-saving tackle.
And we have a hurt player.
And that's Harris right there. He got a little twisted up when he made that stop.
And he is kicking his leg, which means whatever happened out the field does not feel good. He's hurt. I mean, generally when they make that kind of motion, like, So let's see what happens. We've had multiple players on the field, some injuries, some cramps, right? Let's go back down to Brad Bannister and see if Brad has any updates on any scores, Brad.
Let me take a look here real quick, John. But I know Fremont Ross winning huge tonight.
Good for the Little Giants.
42-6. Ross is winning or has won. I'm not sure the quarter.
Doubled their win total from last year.
That's right.
Absolutely. Good for Coach Long.
St. Paul losing 51-0 over New London. Bellevue still 28-14. Calvert 31-28. I do not know if it's a final. Norwalk 24-17 over Sandusky. And that's what we have right now, fellas.
All right, thanks so much, Brad. Brought to you by Fremont Frickers. All right, the ball spot at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Clyde at the 21. 6:26 to go. Cook gives the Daniels again. He cuts back up the middle again, spins, and will pick up about 4.
One more score, John. Huron 35, Oak Harbor 21 in the 4th.
Huron Tigers are for real.
They are. They've got it together. The skill positions as well as some size. You know, one thing about that play right there, John, we've seen a little more cutback from Daniels, and that's helping out quite a bit.
Well, Clyde's got Overmeyer in at wingback now for blocking capabilities, so you know they're going to run the football. Jaden Cook at quarterback. He's in motion, and they're going to say Clyde moved. So the Clyde Fliers misfire, lose the gain that they had just received. We'll move it back to about the 22. It'll be 2nd down and 11. Second down 11, 19-16, 5:49 to go in this ball game. Columbian with that 3-point lead. Man in motion to the near side. One to the far side. Cook looking. 8 seconds on the play clock. He's looking to throw. He's stepping up. He's flushed out of the pocket. He's got to get rid of it. He fumbles the ball, and it's recovered by Clyde. That time Cook took too long, and he should have just thrown it away, Mike.
Yeah, he should have. Michael McDowell was all over him. Michael McDowell is 6'3", 300 pounds.
There's no way Cook was going to turn the corner on that guy.
No.
Now it's third down and a good 20. No, third down and 19. They got to get down to the 11. Ball's on the 30. So the Clyde Fliers misfiring here with 5:09 to go. They're going to bring the house. Cook's rolling to his right. He's flushing the pocket.
He's going to get hit again.
Sacked again.
Columbian is sending all kinds of people. Cyrus Burden again, coming from that linebacker spot, just coming across the line, and they're just pushing that Clyde offensive line back.
So that'll be fourth down. You got 4:37 to go and one timeout on your own side, Mike. What do you do here? Might be the only chance you ever have with the ball again.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that's very possible because you know Columbian, they can run that clock down.
Clyde's going to go for it.
This is big right here.
This is probably the ball game right here.
This could be.
4th and 28 at the 38. And we're going to have a penalty. The play clock went, and it will move Clyde back, and then Clyde will now punt. Boy, the Flyers went backwards in a hurry. They got to the 17, they had a penalty to the 22, a sack to the 30, a sack to the 40, a penalty to the 44, and they're still going for it.
All night long, the pressure by the Columbian defense has just caused Cook to have a lot of issues.
And Cook's going to punt it.
That's going in the end zone.
He punts it high, and it bounces in the end zone. So with that punt, Columbian just needs to sit on their lead, and they could win this ball game. At the 4:09 mark, Tiffin Columbian is going to get the ball in the 20. Now Columbian has got the 3-point lead, Mike. They can just possession pass and take their time here. They don't want to turn it over.
No,
they don't want a mistake.
No, the main thing that Columbian wants to do, obviously, is they want to eat this clock up. You know, if they have to give the ball back to Clyde, they don't want a whole lot of time on. They want Clyde to have to go deep down the field.
Right now, the last thing you want, if you're Columbian, is a turnover. Right?
Yeah.
Hang on to the ball. Let's see how they do. Okay, we'll try and see who's in there at quarterback, though.
Beeston's in.
Beeston's in. Now they're going to run out to the outside. And they're going to get a first down and run it all the way to the 37.
And he did such a great job of just going down the sideline and keeping to the inside, Jackson. So he did not go out of bounds.
So Jackson with the fresh legs. Really?
Yeah.
And they're just going to give him the ball. And Clyde looks tired. The Flyers in a pickle and Columbian in the driver's seat. .345, they're going to let that play clock go down and milk as much as they can. 1st and 10 at their own 38. Don't expect anything but runs here. And there's another 6-yard gain to about the 44. Well, we'll spot that at the 43, a gain of 6. Second down, we'll say 4.
You know, this
3:22 and counting.
This is where Clyde wishes that they wouldn't use those timeout early.
Yeah, the Flyers were in a good position in the ball in the 17.
Oh, yeah.
But a penalty, 3 sacks, another penalty, took them out of the ball game. So Columbians had penalties all night that have kept them out of the end zone, and Clyde shot themselves that last possession. All right, so 2:54. It's a Columbian ball game if they can hang on to it. again, here's a run. And right now, it looks like they might have got the first down. If they did, it could be the end of the ball game here. That run is going to be spotted at the 47.
No, that's going to be short. It's going to be about a yard short, John.
Third down and 1. You notice the Clyde players that are coming off the field are coming off slow, kind of leaning a little bit. And that's a look of a team that's defeated to me, Mike.
And that's too bad because it's not over yet. With 2:17 and counting, it's not over yet.
Two receivers as far as side, one to the near. Obviously, you know they're going to give the ball to Jackson. And they do. Jackson gets it, stutters, and he gets stood up, but he will power his way to the first down, and that should take care of it.
That might do it.
2:02 to go.
Clyde only one timeout left.
Right.
And
that's going to be kneel time. So the Columbian Tornadoes are going to come out of here with a win. They'll stay undefeated at 3-0. Clyde's going to fall to 2-1. And the Flyers will have Sandusky here next week. And on the other side, Columbian will be at Bellevue.
That'll be a big one.
That will be a big game. But right now, 1:37, play clock down to 5. Just hang on to the football. Columbian gives the ball in here, and it will be a run for about 3 into Clyde territory at the 49. So Columbian, what a ball game. I tell you, we saw it all here tonight. It's like both teams emptied out everything they had. And it was the long, methodical drive by Columbian that got them into the end zone. That really was the drive of the game.
It was, and one thing I have to say about this Columbian team is they handled adversity great. After having 2 touchdowns called back by penalty, and still coming out on top. You know, that's being able to deal with the adversity.
Yep, run the football. There they do. Same thing.
Timeout by Flyers.
Yep. Timeout. There's no gain. 45 seconds to go. What, 3rd down and 8?
They got to stop them here so they can at least get the ball back.
Yeah, but if I'm Columbian, I'm not punting the football. Probably just going to run around and kneel with it. I mean, think about it. They let the 25 seconds go, and they stop. There's 20. I don't think they can stop the clock. They can just hang on to
after
it, right?
this, we're going to have to see what they do here. But the clock's not going to start until the ball's snapped.
Right.
And when it's snapped, they put 35 on the clock.
Right, yeah. So, you know, there could be 2 seconds maybe or something.
Yeah.
Probably not going to happen. So the Columbian Tornadoes, I tell you what, back and forth game, well-earned win for them. They'll put themselves in first place in the Lake Division of the SBC. Everybody else with at least 1 loss. And that'll be a tackle down. They're just going to keep their feet. They'll blow it dead with 35 seconds to go. And 40-second clock. 134 to go, and that'll be it.
And that's exactly what Columbia needed to do. Yep. They needed to have a long, drawn-out play.
Yep.
And they got that accomplished, and now it is going to run out.
All right. That's going to be your final. Your final here tonight is going to be Columbian 19, Clyde 16. We'll be back with our Frozone post-game show after this on 92.1 The Wolf.